Warning! This show is for adults, by adults, using adult language, role-playing adult situations, and possible controversial topics. No situations or topic reflects the views of the Dungeon Master or the players in real life. You have been warned.
Alrighty, welcome everybody to Chronicles of Altaria, Session 3. We are now live.
Waffle.
That's a new one. Alright, so who would like to rememorate what happened last session?
Not it.
No, you're not, definitely not what happened last time. How about you, Ian?
I guess I can.
Alright. The floor is all yours.
Well, basically, since I only take notes from my character's point of view, ended up getting into town and asking guards for directions to the gutted glass to find this desk weaver we needed to talk to. Make our way there, find a table, end up getting in touch with this gentleman who ended up being a dwarf who is hired to find us by some mysterious benefactor that he will not reveal. He wants us to join the guild to get experience, I guess to do some other bigger, nastier problems down the road. So eventually we all end up deciding to take a job for a test run. Let's see, we learn about the king of, I hope I got this right, the Hemgard.
Hyamgard.
Hyamgard. This has cut off the dark veil. No, we don't get a whole lot more information about that. Let's see. Sign up for the guild. We get room and board for being currently part of the guild. And we take up a job to go investigate some mysterious stuff going on at a graveyard. We talk to the one witness. But we don't find. We lose track of Victoria in the process. We get to the graveyard. We see some lady in black doing some shit, someone we haven't seen before. And find out we have to go into the mausoleum. And, well, I have no desire to go into a mausoleum. They're bad. They're always bad.
They're
so
evil.
I kind of hang outside until, like, she tells me that I need to go in or I die out here. So reluctantly, I go inside, kind of explore the place, end up finding a sarcophagus, another thing I can't stand. And at this point, we end up, like, finding a sarcophagus behind an illusion wall. At this point, I am pretty much just living on my fear and trying to avoid everything. And then something weird comes out of the wall. I really smash something. And I end up closing my eyes and covering my ears and trying to ignore everything around me as I squat in the corner.
Alright, couple adjustments. The dwarf is named Dreadreaver. Basically he's the guild leader of the Reavers, which y'all joined after being unsure because of how everything happened.
The worst.
When you entered the mausoleum, you found a barrel that was full of dark and sticky liquid, rations, which not necessarily normal. Things to find in, a mausoleum that was protected by a magical door, which you've Eldritch blasted open. But yeah, you found yourself into that secluded area, blocked off by an illusion wall, a sarcophagus, which had an obsidian orb on top of it. You smashed it open. You noticed that the orb was actually kind of like a stake stabbing into whatever poor soul was locked in there. Gentle repose was casted on the poor son of a bitch that ended there. And yeah, you fucked around a little bit trying to figure out what to do. And then whatever the maiden did earlier with communing with her god seems to widow, sorry, wrong name, seems to have attracted the unwanted attention of one of the two gods of this realm, which has we left last time. Both Abigail and Victoria now see this figure seemingly come out of the shadows, as if one with them, like, separating itself from the wall. Very tall, lanky, long limbs. You see about down to his waist, and then it fades into, like, darkness. Shadows and tendrils and whatnot. His face is unnaturally pale, and it almost looks like a mask. And he's just looking at you all with a slight grin upon his face and blacked out eyes.
Well, Victoria is just going to cross her arms and look very unimpressed and displeased.
Well, what do we have here?
He's going to pointedly ignore him.
As she does. He's gonna look at you in an amused fashion. His grin will widen in a uncanny fashion. The lips, the sides kind of going a little farther than it should, if that makes sense.
Like a Cheshire Cat grin, where it's just like up and up and up and up and up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can we see him yet?
She's still going to ignore him, basically just staring at him with a flat, unimpressed, sour expression.
Oh, she feels a presence. You just with the 5, you just don't. You're just oblivious to it.
Yeah.
For the moment. What a nat one.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay.
You're just so focused on the sarcophagi. The sarcophagus. Sorry, there's not multiple.
Not yet.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know. You've only explored one part. There's like a whole other section you all could have gone, but you investigated this part first. But yeah.
Does it look like they're physically here, or is it like a apparition kind of a thing?
To you, he looks pretty solid to you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you feel like temperature drop as he settles in and like looks about. His eyes stopping on Portia.
in person appearance, not a like a FaceTime.
No, it's not just an apparition. He's basically standing in the middle. Came out about here, right behind Quarry, actually, which probably would be why he didn't notice it. But Quarry, you just feel this intense cold radiating from behind you.
Who's talking about me? I'll look around, and then just go back to whatever I was doing.
Victoria's gonna look at you and go, "You're quite unobservant."
I resent that accusation. What do I miss?
Turn around.
I turn around. What happens?
Basically, the picture that I put on there is basically how he looks at you, just grinning and like,
Oh shit! Oh, there's no tentacles. Oh, thank God.
Actually, his hair are kind of... There is, actually, like, the tendrils of smoke and shadows are, like, billowing all around you all.
Player
And his
takes
hair-
that back.
Yeah, right?
Player takes that back. Instead, what my character would say, ah, tentacles! Why does it always have to be tentacles?
Well, aren't you an interesting one?
Ah, I do pride myself on that. No!
No,
Someone
no.
already owns a soul.
I could just take it, you know.
Nah, I already wagered that away.
He's
What's
looking
that
at you and you get
agony?
the feeling that, you probably shouldn't be saying, these kinds of things. But, you know.
When he says that he's going to take the soul kind of thing,
Well,
Victoria's going to look at him, and she's going to arch an eyebrow, and she's going to go, "Well, I suppose you could, though. That would admit that you're incapable of convincing them to choose you over the light, which kind of defeats the whole purpose, does it not?" And she'll just kind of smile at him a little bit sweetly, knowing he will know exactly what Victoria means by that. I mean, if you're not up to the job, I suppose you could. It just means that the light was right.
Interesting thought from the one who summoned me here.
Oh no, that
Backing
wasn't
away.
me.
I'm backing away behind her.
You've got me confused with Rebecca.
Well, as I see it, same body.
Well, it's always hard to see in the dark, ain't it?
Oh, I have no issues with that.
She'll roll her eyes.
He's gonna kind of turn his gaze towards, Portia. At the
Portia's-
moment.
Portia's curled up, head down, eyes closed, covering her ears. She's going, nope, 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 nope. Don't want to be here. Nope, nope, nope.
Kind of feels, like hands, reaching and touching the back of your head, as you're, like, just sprawled on the car.
Like, no, 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 go away. No, no, nope, 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 nope.
Such an interesting little group, are you not? He looks over the whole of you. You don't feel his gaze resting on anybody particular, as if he's surveilling, like judging, kind of seeing what you lot are like, kinda. But Oshi, you feel as if he's looking directly at you and through you. We meet again. Oh, but you wouldn't know that. Not in your current form.
Y'all don't listen to anything that he says. He's a liar and a cheat.
It's funny talk of lying and cheating is coming from such a deceitful body who changes to the will of one's whims. Is it not?
See, even here he's trying to be deceitful, as if there is a choice.
As if there was ever a choice. Where's your light right now? I don't see her anywhere.
I am going to Word of Radiance again, and the light is just going to shine around me.
Okay, you do that. He seems unfazed.
The light is always here. It doesn't need to flaunt itself to accomplish its goals.
Such a weak trick. But, since I've been summoned, what should I do with you all?
Well, I suppose if you were summoned and you answered the call, aren't you bound by some kind of convention to carry out whatever deed was summoned? You were summoned for?
My dear, I'm not a demon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Bless your heart. We can all do better. Yeah.
I mean, if I had such a simple and small mind as yours, I'd be confused too. Don't worry. For this once, I'll not hold it against you, but
Well, thank
do
you,
be
because
careful.
well, thank you very much. I mean, I do appreciate it. It is hard having so many of me all in one head. I mean, I can understand how difficult it can be, but please just don't assume that it's rather simple when you yourself only have two, and I have many.
You need many. I only need two. Does not seem like you got the upper hand here. You had to split yourself further to hold yourself together.
See, why are you talking to me? I mean, it just seems like it just seems like you've got better things to do. Don't you have to go like warp a kitten or something and turn it into some strange shadow beast to like attack children? I mean, there's much more better things you could be doing than, lurking about here in a mausoleum.
You think I can't be many places at once?
She just start roll her eyes again.
Kind of looking about, slowly drifting, / walking around. Gets close to Portia again. You'll see the shadows from the wall messing with her again.
So she's not seeing anything.
She's just... He has a thing for somebody being vulnerable and scared, and he'll just, like, feed off of those feelings. Victoria would know that.
Victoria's scared shitless right now, but she ain't gonna show it.
Alright.
She ain't gonna give him the satisfaction.
Pasha, would you like me to help you?
Help her.
What? I'm good. There's nothing wrong here. Nothing here. Nope. Nothing here.
Well, where exactly is Darkness standing right now?
Right now he's about here, and he's like looking at Portia. I could help you get rid of that little fear of yours.
I'm gonna move toward
Fear is good.
I'm gonna move toward Portia and just kind of like walk around him You know,
Her?
I don't want to. Her, no, him.
Yeah, we're going him.
He's his male form at the moment.
And I'm gonna look back at Abby, and I'm gonna go, I'm sorry. And then I'm gonna reach down and touch Portia and cast protection from evil against her, on her, which will mean it will drop from around Abby.
You're dropping what?
I'm dropping protection from evil
from evil?
protection from evil on Abby
Okay, you're
and
dropping
placing it on Portia.
What's it's 5 feet, right?
What, the protection from evil?
Yeah. Oh no, it's only on the person, right?
Yeah, it's on the person. It will creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls, can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion on the space where Portia is. And I'm going to illusion a box around her. A wooden crate.
Our boy.
Darkness just waves his hand and the illusion disappears.
Well, worth a shot.
You'll see
It was
the
more for
tendrils
her
messing. Yeah, you'll see the tendrils messing with Portia's top once you shield her. Am I that intimidating that you have to resort to your little tricks?
Portia,
Wow.
he will want to make you believe that the light has no power, yet his little tendrils can't touch you anymore because you're shielded in the power of the light.
What's the description of that spell again?
It will protect against. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls of the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect.
Okay. Darkness's offer lingers in the air, and he like turns to Victoria. A simple spell. Well, I could make you drop it, but where's the fun in that?
Also, her arms and just stare at him.
You know, I can sense your fright. Quite alluring, one might say. But you were more fun. With your pretty little veil. Thought you want to come out and have a little chat with me instead of this pathetic form of yours.
Is he trying to coax the widow out?
Yeah?
Put my sheet here.
While this is going on, is anything happening to the body that's in the tomb that we took the lid off of? Now that it no longer has the obsidian like stake through it, is it reacting at all to darkness being here, or is the obsidian reacting to darkness being in close proximity? Is that happening next to us in any way?
Roll me an investigation check. Alright, so you notice that the obsidian is currently pulsing, like, very strongly, to Darkness's presence, as if, him being there is, like, unlocking some abilities from the stone. But you also notice that there's no shadows entering the sarcophagus.
Okay.
Whatever's in there, the shadows dare not touch.
Gotcha. But it doesn't seem to be. Aside from that, it doesn't seem to be like reacting at all, or it's just. But the shadow can't enter that space.
Seems like they're either they can't or they're ignoring it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You just still see the medallion on the resting in the ravaged ribcage.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I remember that now. The pendant that you were describing. Yes. Okay.
And with a 25, yeah, since that's not 20, since you are still investigating, you notice that even though they're pretty tattered, the clothes seems to resemble robes a priest would wear. Right, so Darkness is looking intently at Victoria at the moment.
Well, Victoria failed her saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
So, she is not going to be able to hold her form.
Alright.
Need to roll once more.
Who is coming out?
Yeah, that is higher than a... Yep, that is higher than a 15. All right. It will definitely be Eve.
Oh.
As Victoria's features seem to change and contort yet again into a newer form, a human lady with very regal, calm features. Blue eyes, rose lips, her hair salt and pepper, yet she doesn't look aged as much as it just seems to be a natural blend of white and black hair. And she seems to sort of grow about 3 inches. And her midriff and her just the fit of her dress looks like it is extremely ill-fitted now and tight.
Oh! Well, who do we have here? Interesting.
You are not going to get what you want. Not this day. The girl has not chosen.
The girl, is it?
Eve's gonna raise her eyebrow. You who claim to know so much seem to give away, you know, not nearly what you think.
Grin is gonna grow impossibly wide and he's gonna like laugh it off a little bit. He'll be like, you think I don't know about you splitting yourself to protect the holder of your body? There is, what is it, 5 plus her?
The girl has not chosen.
Oh, she
Yet
will choose.
Yet you try to force her to choose.
Makes things a little more interesting. I can offer
makes you
so
desperate.
much more. Desperate, or I know an opportunity when I can seize it. There's always many more ways than one way to see things. You're as narrow-minded as the last one. What a shame.
What is your point here, Shade?
Oh, you
I would
flatter
really
me.
rather. I would really rather be about my day.
Is that what you want? Go about your day? I could let you all go. But there's only a slight matter about that needs resolving. Kind of like, let's, that sentence hang in the air as he, like, looks, at Eve.
Eve will just arch her eyebrow again and go, I'm not a fan of dramatic pauses. Say what you want to say.
Perhaps your lack of perceptiveness can be quite endearing. Your widow summoned me. If you want to pass, there's always a price.
So, while they're monologuing,
Yeah.
just very gingerly, nonchalantly lean into the sarcophagus and yank the pendant, hoping that it's some kind of holy symbol or of some sort of that's responsible for the shadows not getting into the sarcophagus, and just try to like tiptoe across the room, closing in behind them as this is happening. Just all
You
of a sudden
can
like back, like cross to a vampire, like, and just hope that it does something.
so
If I can get
basically,
close enough.
you snatch it off the bone. It just the spine just lets go. Doesn't seem to be anything to your darkness situation at the moment. It does not appear to have been what has caused him to be here. What you can kind of glean from the situation, as he's been hinting at it a lot, whatever is going on with Victoria, she had something to do with it, is what you can probably glean from the situation. And Oshi's kind of like kneeling before this new form that Victoria seems to have taken. So there's kind of like a standoff between Darkness, who is like towering over everybody else, just looking down on Eve, waiting.
So Eve is not going to respond directly to that, but she is going to reach into her pouch and hold something in her hand.
Alright.
And she is going to close her eyes for a moment.
Oh, fuck.
And she is going to open them after a moment of silent prayer. And as she raises her hand, she's going to place her holy symbol of the light around her neck. And she's still going to be holding it when she says, Bringer of light, that which touches the world and brings life, that which changes the seasons to turn, the skies to weep, I humbly, as your servant, ask forgiveness for the transgressions of my sisters, so that we may again find our way out of darkness and into the light. And she is just going to commune with her holy symbol and focus only on allowing the radiance of the light, the light aspect of divinity fill her, and at this point just ignore darkness.
Alright, roll me a religion check at advantage since you're trying to like focus with all your might to reach to light.
Okay. And as a reminder, Eve gets a +2 to her rolls.
Yeah. And which side are you trying to invoke? Because there's two sides. There's the Bringer of Life, which would be more of the female side, and there's the Protector, which would be Light's male side.
The Protector, that will be a 24.
Alright, so you see Darkness's smile fade as a bright light starts to emanate from Eve. And
we'll take a half step forward toward darkness as this light begins to emanate from her.
You feel just this warmth as if light seems to like surround you in like a shield. And what the others will see above you is the vague silhouette of a man with a shining crown and plate armor, just like staring down at darkness, and like with that, darkness is going to I'll get you off of that. Don't think it's the last you'll see of me. Fine, I shall leave for now with your platings. And with that, all the supernatural shadows moving about will evaporate as darkness in an eruption of shadows leaves the vicinity. After some time, the wall will disappear into mist.
He will mutter well, not mutter, but say a silent thank you to the Protector and slowly lower her hand and then collapse from exhaustion.
Alright, so
I'm gonna do the same, but not from exhaustion.
Fright. Well, okay, what are you collapsing from?
Fear.
So you see first Victoria collapse the energy that it took from her to invoke the creator seemingly cost her a lot, and then after a little bit you just see Quarry like just,
not pass out, just like drop. Like, I've had enough of this.
After that, you see Oshi run to pick Victoria up. Yeah, the wall of shadows is gone.
Portia's still in the same position. She's in a mausoleum with a sarcophagus.
You are in a mausoleum with a sarcophagus. The protection of evil will fade from you as Victoria goes unconscious.
I am going to start to get back up after giving myself a few seconds. And then I'm going to do what I tried to do earlier, cast Minor Illusion to make a crate around Portia. And say, Open your eyes. You're not in a mausoleum.
I know I'm in a mausoleum still, unless you teleported me somewhere.
I teleported you somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Open your eyes.
Open my eyes.
You
Great,
see
now
a. You see you're in a crate.
great, now I'm in a crate.
I thought it was better than your alternative. You're still sitting, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. It's a 5-foot cube. If you stand up, it's gonna go away.
Well,
I wouldn't
It's
say
just
that.
great
I'm just
that
saying that's what
she's
this
smaller than
smells like a
5 feet,
mausoleum.
so
Yeah, that's why I thought this would work.
she could stand up and still be in the crate.
Oh, good.
She's a halfling.
I thought she was a halfling, but yeah, can never be too sure. As long as you stay where you are, you're in a crate. If you try and go through the crate, you're back in the mausoleum. Sound like a plan?
Guess I'm living in a crate.
Guess you won't move from that spot ever.
Are you
Try
feeling
not to
better?
think outside the box.
Portia, are you feeling better?
Uh, I'm still in a mausoleum technically, and
Is
some
this
weird
better?
shit happened. Not that
Yes,
much better.
Alright.
My
Well,
usual bad luck. Bad shit always happens around me.
I can make a crate around you over... Well, you can't see where I'm pointing. If you run quickly, you can get into it. And we can get out of here without you seeing the mausoleum that much. Sound like a plan?
I'm still gonna see the mausoleum. Just give me some time. I'll be ready to go.
This is the best I have to work with. Sorry. Doing my best here. Can only make one of these. Anyone else got a cantrip? Abigail, you got a minor illusion?
Afraid I don't have that one.
Alright. Not everyone does.
Illusion's not my forte. Expertise. Wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. I like to make mine a bit more real with some ice. But, yeah. Alright, so, we literally spoke with the Dark God. And, does that mean we solved what's going on? Or, is there more?
Generally, I think it means we're lucky we're alive.
Well,
Kind of.
yes, it's definitely that. But we were supposed to discover what weird happens we're here. If we want to get paid, we can either call it and say that it was the Dark God, we saw him, or we can look for more? Question mark? Because I'm getting the sense that wasn't it. And I look at Eve.
Who's passed out at the
You're-
moment?
Oh, okay.
So, if you want, since this is a relatively secluded area, you could spend a little time short rest. and see if she'll come back to her senses.
Anyone know who that is?
I don't think we've been introduced yet.
Oh,
But,
have I?
We don't know who it is, but we know who it is. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, at least enough.
We know whose body it is.
Well,
Just not who.
you assume to know whose body it is.
We know a portion of whose body it is. It's just who's, quote, awake at the moment. Or lack thereof. Well, shall we rest here, or out of the sarcophagus and the lovely chairs out near the entrance?
Let's just get out of here as fast as we can.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think we want to give darkness an opportunity to change their mind now that the protector showing up and kicking him out of the room is no longer on the table. We may not want to linger.
Should we grab that amulet? It looked, important.
This one?
Oh, wonderful. I was going
Yeah.
to do that.
I was kind of hoping it was going to do some fancy protectioning for us, but that looked more impressive than whatever this was going to do, so...
Well, we can examine it on our way back. Mind if I?
Oh, yeah.
I look at it.
It looks like a fairly old, cameo jewelry. You know, the type of where there's like a white figure on a dark background.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to examine it further, roll me an investigation check.
I want to see if it's magical first.
Oh, okay.
Arcana check.
Alright.
Not using a spell slot. I'm doing the lazy man's detect magic.
You're not gonna cast,
Detect magic? That's for later. We're still in a tomb.
You don't believe it to be magical, although there is something off about it. But it's pretty old, piece of jewelry. Somebody dealing with antiques might buy it from you, who knows?
I'm gonna actually do the investigation now. I just wanted to see if it was magic first. And away we go.
Are you meaning to roll with advantage or not really?
I don't know how not to.
Oh, okay.
I just click the button.
Alright.
So
Alright.
we'll just take the first number.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. So you look it over. It looks like a fairly, nice piece of jewelry. Well, crafted. Whoever, had it, seemingly, could have been assumed to be part of a noble family with how, not pretty, but how well made it is. You turn it over, mess with it a little bit. After a little while, you see a little knob on the side, which means there could be something hidden inside, maybe, or could just be decoration. Who knows?
I'm gonna press on it.
Do
I lose a finger?
you press on it and with a little click, it opens up. And you see a black and gray little portrait of a man and a woman seemingly in love with each other. Make me a history check. At disadvantage because I
using all
don't think I don't believe it'd be part of your personal knowledge.
Rolling
Alright.
all my int skills.
Alright. Fuck the disadvantage. That don't make sense. Yeah, you don't exactly know who that might be, but you're fairly sure, with, the way, they're dressed, and, the jewelry, you can somehow, see a little bit of in the picture that they were royalty. So, there's not a lot of royalty, going on the island, so, maybe a part of a past, lineage, from Heimgard or some other spot of the world.
Well,
Maybe something to look into.
we have a old non-magical pendant that depicts royalty and probably was owned by royalty. So that's who's in the coffin, I'm guessing.
It's really hard to tell. Just bones and.
They were someone important or stole from someone important. But, well, probably not the second one. They wouldn't have been buried in such a nice sarcophagus if they stole from someone important.
Might have stolen a sarcophagus.
You don't know if it's such a nice sarcophagus, seeing the obsidian spike that destroyed the person's ribcage.
By nice, I mean they put effort into it, making it, not like it's pretty.
Oh, okay.
Like there was workmanship and not a box.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was made purposefully.
I mean, you don't know. That poor soul could have stolen it, could have inherited it. Who
Wow,
knows?
inheriting a coffin. That's messed
No,
up.
the amulet. I was talking about the amulet. Sorry.
I'm just joking.
Okay.
I'm just messing with you.
Alright,
That's
so.
morbid even for me.
Right?
It's your great grandma's spare coffin. Pass it down for generations. What?
You never know when you need a spare.
Have fun. Crunch. Alright, so what would you guys like to do?
Let's get out of here.
EPFO, I literally just take off and run the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Making a break for it?
Yeah. She's through with
I take-
mausoleums.
I take it none of y'all are wearing the cloaks that were left in your rooms?
I have mine on me.
Well,
I'm
someone
just
said it
not
was an environment.
Yes, you get given a cloak with.
Right, but you never said
I'm
it was a
not
requirement
I'm not gonna say your reasoning is flawed. I'm just gonna say it's kind of flawed. But okay. Okay, so whoever
got mine
is
on.
wearing their cloak, you have night vision.
Mm-hmm.
I have dark vision. But not wearing the cloak.
I don't know if dark vision can. Okay, you're not wearing the cloak, but
I can see 60 feet in the dark.
so Portia, can you see in the dark?
Whoever has Victoria's sensor, continual flame does not go out, so it would still
Yeah,
be
that's true.
providing a light source.
Continual flame is continual.
Oh, it doesn't require concentration. No,
Nope.
just flame.
So
Okay.
does a unextinguishable fire.
It's the perpetual eternal flame. They paid premium. premium subscription.
Alright, so you all rush out?
I'm not rushing. I'm kind of still taking it slowly. This is still a tomb.
Okay, make me a
But I'm-
perception check then. For anybody who's paying attention to the surrounding and just not bull rushing out.
'Cause I still think we didn't do our job completely. So I'm still on the lookout. How bad was it? Not horrible.
Alright, so start moving your tokens toward about where you guys would be so I can kinda figure out who's where, what's happening where. Okay. With that perception, if you're looking over here, you start seeing some lights that was not here before, and a little bit of sound as if somebody's there, rummaging through things.
I'm gonna start walking over there like an idiot.
Are you
Hello
like,
over there!
I'm gonna reach out and trip
Exit.
him with my quarterstaff.
Okay, hold on. So, Corey starts to walk, going, hello over there, and you trip him?
With my quarterstaff, yes.
Okay, make me,
Dex save.
dex save, because you are being tripped. I'd say you stumble a little bit, but, yeah, you manage to not fall flat, face first into the ground.
Aww.
It's an 18, dude.
I wanted a 1.
You don't always get what you want. Alright, so Oshi just tried to trip you. Are you,
I'm brushing it off. Hello over there!
who's there? Kinda hear some shuffling. Alright, keep moving y'all's tokens. As, this dude is now gonna start investigating,
So Corey heads down that hall that way and
alone.
just kind of do like a this to everybody else and
You're leaving Corey?
We have a job to do. I'm gonna do it.
Play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Right.
We have unconscious people. Why would you?
We have somebody unconscious over my shoulders. I don't care about you playing a stupid game.
I'm just gonna stay there and keep an eye behind me. Ready
So
to
which
pull
way are
pers-
you facing?
I'm
toward the
kind
light?
of I'm gonna be leaned against like the wall, keeping an eye on both ends.
Alright, so you're gonna see.
so I don't get trapped.
You're gonna see this robed, darkly robed figure just walk from into your field of view. He has like a dagger at the ready. And he notices you. And goes like, "Ah! We got company!" And you're gonna
And-
start hearing footsteps coming from over here, this area, as people are rushing towards
And that
Whoever
is where I
alerted.
bolt. And as I start running, I am going to cast 2 spells. First, I'm gonna pop my owl out, which isn't technically a spell, but it's my action. And as a bonus action on Little Prowl, I'm going to cast Dragon's Breath.
Alright.
As I'm running, I'm not going to tell him to do anything, I'm just clutching my owl. So that'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'm here.
Okay, so, it seemed as if, the cultist that seen you was about to, cast, but then you bolted, and he, like, curses, like, God damn it! And, yeah, he's gonna give chase to you. Oh, I didn't mean to move that.
Oops. I'm just gonna say to, if it's my turn or whatever, to the people behind me, run!
To the people behind you.
Yeah.
You say run to the people behind you. There's nobody behind
Oh
you
my
because they're
God.
already on the stairs and go. Like, hey
I
everybody!
look,
Alright, so...
then I would curse.
So, what does your, breath thing do again? And your familiar? Just, trying to keep...
Oh, my familiar breathes a cone of white dragon breath.
Towards the cultist that is closest to you?
Yep, on his turn, not mine. It takes no action on my part. I don't have to do a thing, but after my turn. So
Well-
if it is my turn, I
So-
get my full action and everything.
Oh yeah, he's just trying to catch up to you, so it would technically go back to, your turn.
15-foot cone, it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. As I'm not
Alright.
going to attack it, but Prowl will breathe a 15-foot cone of cold.
Alright. Dex save, you say?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta put the fucking thing up. Ba-da-da-da. I think I'm gonna just... Oh, that did not roll what I wanted. Oh,
It rolled Dex.
It did?
DC 14.
Okay, it fails. So, what happens?
3d6 cold damage.
Alright, roll damage. 8 damage.
8 cold damage, and I'm booking it. So, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If I could put that on a grid square. Okay, that's not going to work. We'll go with that. Pretend that's where I want it to be.
So he takes a little bit of damage. He's gonna like stop like ah! As you come over here, you start seeing another cultist that's trying to bar your way from exiting. That one is holding a scimitar. And like, they look angry and annoyed. But if you were to dash, you'd probably be able to like make it to the exit. But you would sacrifice your action.
I am going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, and I'm on the stairs and I see that guy in range. So I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost.
You move about, you'd be about here.
Which should help me,
Hmm?
because it will slow his movement speed by a bit.
Alright.
If that's hit,
That hits.
minus 10 to his movement, and does 1d8 damage.
Alright. So that one is like, Gah! Fuck!
Oh, does that go as the damage? Oh, that's the previous roll. Okay. Still learning how to use roll 20.
That's fine. So does he take 8 damage? Or...
1d8.
Oh, a d8. Okay, so you have to roll your d8. It's not rolling the damage.
Yeah, I don't know why. Well, we'll do this.
You just do /roll 1d8.
Okay, that's pathetic.
It's fine.
But
He's slowed. Butt crash. Alright. Whoop.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Gotta
Hiccup.
turn your camera on. So I don't show up twice.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Shape Water, dealing an extra 3 points of cold damage automatically.
Alright. You do
So,
that.
5.
He's a little, cold.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you managed to come out, and, seems like whenever you exit, the cultists stop, chasing. For some
Got it.
reason.
Cool.
Yeah.
As soon as he's out, I'm going to try to trip him again.
Okay. Roll a dex
But
save,
this ti-
Corey.
But this time with my tail and my quarterstaff. So 2 deck saves, please.
That's not...
Oh, that's just cruel.
One after the other, just roll
One
a
after the other.
disadvantage. Oh.
Double down.
Well, you could have just rolled a disadvantage. That could have... Whoa, you're rolling too many.
Oh, sorry.
Right, so you managed to dodge the first one, but then he kind of, like, hits you in the shin. Is it the shin? The tibia?
Yeah.
The shin is like
You said
that
it.
part, right?
Yes.
Yes,
You're
yeah,
Okay. Hits you in the
You're
shin
right.
with his quarterstaff, and you just fall face first into the ground.
I'm going to slam my quarterstaff like 2 inches from your face and go, "Hello down there," in your voice. Exactly.
I take 1 point of bludgeoning damage from my face plant. Because it's good.
You just kind of got double comboed.
Clearly, my face, you could tell that I'm angry. When I
Angry
say
bird lizard.
angry raptor is angry.
Angry bird lizard.
Sorry about that. Let's get out of here while the going is good.
Dear GM, can I see my raptor? Sincerely, raptor is missing.
It's, is it not over here?
Where?
I'm pinging
On
it.
the left, where you left it.
Oh,
Here, I'll
my
leave it there. There
background.
it is.
My background is a color I can't see, so I blended the fuck into everything. Got it.
Ah,
That's bad. There, I
That'll teach
placed you right next to, Victoria.
Well, Victoria's on my shoulders, so yes.
I
Mhm.
know. But I moved you so you could see yourself a little
Thank
bit
you.
better, other
Thank
than
you.
just in green.
I was just like, where the hell did I go?
so
Colorblind.
out of the mausoleum into the graveyard, cultists. You said cultists. Mysterious people that we do not know who they are because we did
Or
not
probably
interact with them.
cultists.
Did not follow up behind Quarry. You said they broke off pursuit. Is there anyone up here, like, watching, on watch for them, like, scouting out? Or are we running into, like, a crowd of people or anything? Or this empty graveyard?
Roll me a perception check to see if you notice anyone.
I would very much like to notice if there is anyone to notice. Perception roll? Now I roll a 8. I see nothing. I see my own 2 feet. My toes. Lovely.
You only see 1 foot.
Do I roll anything while I'm looking with a human being over my shoulders?
If you're paying attention to your surroundings, yeah, you can roll a perception check too. It's just that Kim was like, Kim was like, well, looking for like pursuers and whatnot.
I'm just like leaning against the side of the mausoleum, going, "Oh, we're out. Thank God, we're out. We're out. Not going back in there."
We don't have
Possibly
to.
into the graveyard.
So it's midnight. The it's a moonless night. And you're
Didn't see in the dark though. Hello.
Damn. Alright, so Oshi, you spot movement around the edge of the tree line around here and over on this side.
Are you pinging?
Yeah, I did. It's a color you can't see, is it? Fuck.
I didn't see a ping. I can see pings. I just didn't
Okay.
see one.
Over here,
Okay.
did you see that one? There's some
Yep,
over here.
to the north.
There's some over there. And
Mhm.
there's a couple over there.
Oh, okay.
About,
So,
like, total, like, there's 3 north, and then south, there's 2 more people roaming about.
Just so we're clear, I can raptor train this motherfucker out of the graveyard right in front of me.
Like, dash?
I'm trying to get my best friend in the entire world the fuck out of a graveyard while
So
they're
you're
passed out
booking-
over my shoulder. So I'm going straight down the damn path. I don't care if they're coming with me. I'm taking care of the person that's been taking care of me since I was a hatchling.
Okay, so you all see Oshi look around, possibly look alarmed, right?
Yes, correct.
And
I
then book it.
Right down the damn path.
Well, I see alarms and I go,
We use
I'm
St.
gonna-
Bolt in this shit.
You see like his feathers just raise on the back of his head,
Yeah.
and he's just like booking it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
sorry, same thing. Not lingering. We're heading straight out the mausoleum and out the door. Running. No
I'm
reason
gonna
to
say
stick
as
around.
I'm running, did you guys abandon me?
What? No, you were right behind us. I looked over her shoulder and then just like, yeah, I don't know.
I was
Make a
doing
wrong
the
turn, did you get
job.
lost?
There are people in there.
Yes,
Going
it's a
to kick their
mausoleum. They're all
Kim?
dead though. But they're
Okay.
Living.
Kim, you're gonna roll me a deception check, and Cora, you're gonna roll me an insight check to see if she's bullshitting you.
Yeah,
more than
please.
happy to. Nat 1.
Yeah,
Jeez.
she's throwing a load of bullshit at your
What?
face. They
No,
definitely did
leave
leave
it
you.
behind. Come on, never. Dreamer.
Man, I wish I had chill lock right about now. Oh well.
I don't recommend PvPing, but it's up to the player.
I don't have the spell.
I'm just
said
saying,
it'd
I
be
don't
funny.
recommend PvPing
No, I just thought it'd be funny.
in an area where Oshi seems to want to go the fuck out of.
Yeah,
Alright.
I'm running through.
So y'all booking it
Also,
out of
you
the...
would definitely lose. So.
Oh yeah, standing right next to you, I have no chance.
we have our
Right.
cleric down. We're not going to stay for whatever garbage is in this graveyard.
Right?
I confirm there are suspicious people. I did my job.
There are people of a suspicious nature acting suspiciously. Heck.
People in black cloaks in a tomb where the dark god just was. If that doesn't qualify as suspicious, I don't know what is.
With a
No, that
mysterious
qualifies
caveat.
it. That literally is the definition of nope the fuck out. There is no other discussion. That's noping the fuck out.
Alright, so, You're out of the dust quarter, back on the main road. Where to? It's midnight. Are you going back to the
Adventurers
inn?
Guild. Adventurers Guild to get paid. And heal.
I mean, our rooms are
Once
there
again-
right?
Once again, I don't care about anybody in the group right now except for taking care of what's over my shoulders. So I'm going directly to the end.
Alright, so you still seeing Oshi book it down the road towards we're probably going to get Eve laid down cozily on her bed. Are y'all following him? Going at your own pace? Because
Headed back
he's
to
still.
the inn.
I'm
Yeah,
running back to
I'm-
the end too. I'd run.
Not at a sprint. Once we're clear of the graveyard, I'd calm down to normal speed to not draw attention to the fact that I'm running down darkened roads in the middle of the night. In a
I'd stick
panic.
with the group in that pace. I guess I'd stick with the general group.
Alright, so who's booking it and who's not booking it once they're out of the graveyard?
Team slow.
Staying
Yeah.
with everybody. So
Yeah, I
Yeah,
won't
safety
say,
and numbers.
I'm not gonna book it, but if
A
they
jog?
can't stay up with the extremely large raptor moving with a brisk walk, well, that's on them.
Or yeah. When we get to the gate that into the major part of the city, you said it was on the way out here? It was guarded or manned, right? We like, hey, was walking by and I heard a bunch of noise in the graveyard. I think there might be grave robbers. You guys should go check on it.
So you're telling that to the... Well, at this hour of night, the main city door is closed. The only way you are able to get in is by the side door leading into the barracks. So there's nobody like at the door. You'd have to go in and like try to find a patrol.
I would do that.
We'd have to go through there to get back into the main city anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Through
So
what?
yeah. So
Wait, through where? The door?
we're in the dusk quarter. We're
Yeah.
trying to get back to the Adventure Guild, which is in the center of town. We have to
Mhm.
go through the wall part of the city.
Yeah, so basically you'd be on this side of the wall. There's a door that closes at night, so you just have to cross through the tower. If you knock, a guard would let you in. As soon as they see your cloak.
Yeah. So that doing that, the person who lets us in the door would be the one. I'm like, we were walking by, minding our own business, and there was some rustling and the sounded like grave robbers. You guys should totally go take a look. Just hint, hint, wink, wink. Hot tip. Don't even worry about it. And
Make a persuasion check? Because they seem like you woke him from a nap. You're not sure, but he might have been sleeping on the job.
dirty 20,
A dirty 20.
not natural 20.
He's gonna like look at you wide-eyed and like let you all through, and you're gonna see him go up the stairs through the tower to get to the highest part of the wall. Probably taking your warning into account to get more people.
Then carry on.
Alright, so you carry on to the guild. Okay, so you get to the guild, a couple moments later. There's not a lot of people at this hour of night. You can still enter, but there's like nobody, really in the main hall.
Is the guildmaster still up?
No, he's probably sleeping at this hour of night.
I'm gonna go get him and wake him up.
Let me change y'all's, Alright, so
Because this is big.
you go to knock on, so you try to enter into his, chamber, right? And the door's locked.
Is there like a night person who's manning the entrance of the guild?
Not really.
Well, that's just unwise. I'm gonna knock louder.
Come in, come in. You see from the inside, you hear a couple clicks, and then the door opens, and Ronan is just like glaring at you, up at you, like, what do you want?
Dark God. We
What?
did the thing. Dark God. Bandits. Grave robbers. Dark God.
You gotta slow down, lad. What are you talking about?
That was
What?
fast.
What? He just woke up. Give him a minute. Goddamn. Darga. What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about that job offer. Give me a moment. He's gonna slam the door in your face. You're gonna hear him rummage through some things and come out. No more in his nightwear, but fully clothed, like leather armor and all that. All right. Come on in. Give me
Is anyone
more-
with me at the moment?
give me more proper lay down of what happened down there. Is anybody with Quarry as he wakes up the guildmaster?
Anyone else want to come with me and piss off the guy?
What? You
I
say
would
that in
say I'm
character?
saying that out of character.
Okay, you better specify, cause you're
Yeah, no, I'm not that stupid.
I'm usually quick to sign up for that, given previous interactions with him. But
I mean,
it's starting to get pretty late.
I'm waking up the guildmaster for this. You guys know what I'm in for.
yeah,
So he's inviting you in.
yeah, we get in the door. Everyone, guys, I just give him like a. Make sure you give him all the details. Every last bit. Don't no brevity. Don't abbreviate. Give him everything, and then yeah.
Alright, Corey, so you're left alone with the guildmaster. Wait. Portia, are you following Corey in, or are you going to do your own thing?
We have rooms here, right? Because we are quote unquote signed up.
You're a member of the guild now, yes.
Yeah,
you have
yes.
lodgings and food and all the amenities that were offered
I
to
grab some food and go to my room. She's had a day and a night.
you. There's no food out, because the staff is all asleep, but if you go in the kitchen, you're easily able to, find some, fruits
Go to
and
the
snacks.
I grab some apples and go.
Want a pineapple? And you go to your room?
Yep.
Alright, so Corey is alone with the guildmaster. When you enter, he'll close the door, then move to his desk and kind of lean against it, cross his arm and look at you. Well, let's go
unlike my
slower and
compatriots.
more information this time.
I wouldn't have woken you up if it wasn't important, unlike my compatriots.
I bet for your ass, that's right.
We went in, investigated the graveyard.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the mausoleum. It was open. The gate was open. We went down into the mausoleum. There was a illusory false wall. We walked through. There was a sarcophagi. And then the Dark God himself appeared.
The Dark God appeared out of nowhere. And you said
Well, no,
the
he
gate was
appeared
open.
out of the wall. The gate was open, so we decided to investigate because we thought someone might be down there. So we investigated. I found an illusory wall of rocks. And when we went to check on the secret sarcophagi with obsidian.
Obsidian?
Yes, obsidian. My compatriots, when they've calmed down, will clarify all of this. the Dark God himself appeared after we opened the sarcophagi. And we somehow didn't die. And while they were fleeing after they thought the problem was solved, although I think the Dark God appeared due to non-related matters.
So, the Dark God just appeared like that, out of nowhere, not related to you all breaching into the mausoleum, who's supposed to be magically locked?
The mausoleum was not magically locked at all. The seal was broken.
Broken! Oh. What was down there? You said
Well,
obsidian.
Obsidian sarcophagi behind an illusory wall, and after one of our party members, the one with the many faces, you know who I'm talking about.
Ah, yeah. Very, snarky lass you got there.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do about them. They were... The Dark God was drawn to them, and then they switched and were at odds with it, and got us out of there alive.
I'm gonna stop you right there. You said what about the lass? I must have misheard you. Right? About
Our
darkness being attracted to somebody I've just invited to the guild.
And they resisted completely.
But that's not the point. The attraction.
They banished the darkness.
There's no such things as that. Probably a fucking setback from this crafty bitch.
Well, you can interrogate her in the morning. I was a bystander. So, once the darkness was gone, and the rest of the party booked it out of there, and well, I still thought we had a job to do to see the original disturbance, as well. The darkness probably wasn't there before, so I heard some rustling and voices. I went partially down a hallway. There was a humanoid, non-darkness male person in all black, and they started chasing after me, trying to attack me. I slowed them down. Another one came at me. There's at least what I believe to be 4. I only saw 2. And we got out of there as fast as we could and got to here to inform you immediately.
So darkly dressed
People
bots.
in a sealed tomb.
That's all you got for me? You got
Well,
any descriptions besides that? Could perhaps narrow it down? Point out people?
Well, the problem is, my party abandoned me and I was the only one in there, so I did the smart thing and withdrew. But as soon as we exited the tomb, they did not follow. So if we were to come back another night with more backup, as I believe there's 4 or not that many more than that, after midnight they would be there, and we could deal with them accordingly. As the Dark God problem is eliminated, but we discovered the source, which was our mission, the original source of the issue.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Are you out of your goddamn mind? Talking about
Yes.
the threat of the Dark God being eliminated.
Not eliminated, it's just not
That's what you said.
part of the mission. It's not our problem, and it's not the reason why we were hired. It's irrelevant to the concern of our mission.
I'm just gonna tell you for further altercations, whatever the fuck you're gonna call it. Do not mess with him. Or her, depending how it decides to show itself.
Oh, I wouldn't
If
dream
you
of
see
it.
it again, run. If you can, run.
Well, we
Nothing.
tried. We tried. There was, well, our only escape route was blocked.
Oh, great. So what, you made a deal with it?
No, it was banished.
Seems like he's having a hard time, accepting that part.
And I'm just gonna say to him, I still haven't accepted it. I still don't know what on. But there is still danger there, and we got all the information we believe we needed for this mission. And tomorrow morning, we can give you the full details, as one, the many-faced one, was unconscious after the ordeal, and by the end of the morning, she should be awake and conscious. As banishing a dark god apparently takes a lot of energy.
Ah, so she commuted with the other one then.
One of them, I don't know how to explain it. One of them isn't opposed to it, not with it, but just does not want to smite the evil. And the other does want to. And then another one showed up, of the faces. It's very confusing to be around.
So you're saying she's changing appearances? Shape-shifting in a way?
Yes. She does that, apparently.
I guess I know what she's talking about not wanting to fucking sing her ma down. I'll talk with the guards and see if we can have something arranged for you lost to have some backup, but
We're happy to deal with the problem, but
you're
believe
gonna
we
have to go down there and root whatever these doctoress people are doing in there. Not tonight, cause
no,
kinda
that's
looks at you.
out of the question.
You look pretty shaken up, lad. Think you need a night's rest.
Based on the terms of the original mission, we completed it. If you would, and we can negotiate and take a new mission in the morning. But our job was to investigate and possibly deal with it depending on what we found. We are...
He's gonna pull up a part of a copy of the quest and says here, lad, that it needs to be taken care of.
Oh!
You completed the investigation part, but to get the reward, you're gonna have to take care of it. So,
Well, the dark god's gone. That has to count for something.
there.
Yeah,
And
worth a
that's
shot. Worth a shot. How about we discuss this tomorrow morning? Apologies for waking you, but I felt while the details were still fresh in my mind, they needed to be shared.
Great. So, just a reminder, you're not wearing the cloak, right?
No.
So, he gestures you to leave, but when you start doing so, he just, like, grunts and be like, wear your fucking cloak, will you? It was given to you for a fucking reason. You're part of the guild, you gotta wear it. Otherwise,
my
some places you
apologies.
might not be able to get. Now, get out of here.
Alright, thank you for whatever this was.
Did he just accuse you of treason?
Oh. No, he's like, I gave you some fucking thing to make it look like you're part of the guild to like be an official business, and you're not fucking wearing it yet. How
Wear
dare
your
you?
uniform.
Hmm?
Wear your uniform. It's part of the store apparel.
Kinda, but gives you nice perks. I mean,
Yeah.
probably.
I know what you're saying.
Probably not cunning cloak.
I might
No.
have inspired
No.
myself from it. A little bit. Hope you'll excuse me for that, because I was like, oh, yeah. I added
am
some
honored.
things.
Alright, well. My character will be off to bed and drop like a light.
Door locks as you exit. And then he goes back to his business. Is anybody
Taking a-
else doing anything before the end of the going to bed? Now is your last
taking a long
chance.
rest. I'm taking a long rest. Like my life depends on it.
Like your life depends on it.
It doesn't. But I'm trying.
Alright, so if nobody's doing anything, you all are able to sleep fairly well.
Sorry, my microphone is muted. I won't be able to. You're going to have to give me exhaustion or whatever the rules are for DM, because I'm going to lean up against the door that I share with David's character and stay
Eve?
awake all fucking night.
You are gonna take a point of exhaustion for that.
Okay.
So you might just go to your sheet and under HP, I think. Yeah, if you go to your sheet and you click, if I can find it, under conditions, I think. Yeah, if you scroll that, click on conditions and scroll all the way down, you're gonna see exhaustion level. Just pick the first exhaustion level.
Okay.
Alright. So, night passes relatively well. Morning comes. Light filters through.
You will be up first thing.
Alright. So, I don't remember if you said, the cloak is probably resting on your chair or something, but you smell, delicious smell of, freshly cooked, meats and, eggs waft slowly, through as, the tavern part, of the guild, animates.
Right.
For breakfast.
Evil get out of bed, discard the tight-fitting clothes of Victoria, wash up a little bit, get into her own trunk, and she is going to pull out a very sensible ankle-length skirt, which is gray, followed by her gray and blue coat, a white shirt with just a little bit of ruffles at the chest. She's going to put her hair up in kind of a bun with some of the strands kind of like still free flowing from her hair. As she walks over toward the door, she's going to reach down and gently scratch the top of Oshi's head. You should have gotten some sleep, Oshi. Well, it's too late now. Let's go downstairs and get something to eat.
Okay, I'll follow you around.
All right. I will head downstairs. And is the guild leader there?
Yeah, he's manning the bar. Per usual, roaming about.
All right.
Seems to be his favorite spot.
I will head over to the bar. Good morning.
If you excuse me, I don't think I remember you.
You have met a couple of my sisters, I do.
You're the Umberstone lass, aren't you?
She will incline her head. Yes, Eve will do just fine.
Well, nice to meet you. You can call me Ronan. If you
Well
want.
met, friend. I have come this morning before my breakfast to deliver a report upon what we had found last night.
Yeah. I'd rather wait I'd rather wait till your whole crew's down if you'll, oblige me. So I don't have to go through all this again. Unless, you're able to give me more information than the blue-tipped boy that woke me up last night.
I'll just arch an eyebrow. How rude. To wake someone in the middle of the night as such. Well, I will be happy to fill in any gaps that he may have left out. What exactly did he tell you?
And then he'll relay you, what, Quarry said about, the summon of the dark god appearing, the gate being open, when y'all arrived, on site, you getting stuck in the room, the sarcophagus incident, although I don't think Quarry mentioned that you all have, like, opened it. The mention of the obsidian.
I mentioned
cultists.
we opened the sarcophagus.
Oh, okay. So opening.
I said we
sarcophagus.
opened it.
Okay, so the sarcophagus incident, and then getting chased by, black-robed figures.
He will.
Is that right?
As he relays everything to her, her eyebrow just continues to arch a little bit higher. And she'll kind of look over to Oshi and go, "Oh, so that's what he relayed. Well, some of it is quite factual, and some of it is quite obtuse, and quite honestly, just blathering. First, the gate to the mausoleum was not unlocked. We had to open it ourselves to get access. So, I'm not sure why he would tell you that it was open. Following that, we went downstairs, and I sensed a dark presence. Following it, we did come across in the mausoleum the sarcophagus that had a piece of obsidian. And that's where things started to get strange. You see, once getting close to it, I'm unsure if you know this or not, but Corey is a wizard, and I'm not sure if he got water on the brain from one of the water spells or whatnot, but he seems to have things a bit confused, as the only strange illusions that I saw were after he came in close contact with the piece of obsidian. No, likely his mind was unable to handle the strain of such dark forces. I do not, however, remember anything about the dark god. I'm pretty sure he hallucinated it. So you could speak with you could speak with Portia and see if she's seen anything like that, though I would highly doubt that as well. Now, when we were leaving, according to, I'm going to assume, Oshi, you told me what happened after the... Yeah. According to Oshi, as I had, unfortunately, fainted due to my trying to protect the group from the evil that was emanating from the stone. According to Oshi, as everyone was trying to leave, Hori went to have a chat with one of these cultists or grave robbers, or whatever it may be, and came out shortly after. There were others located in the graveyard that Oshi saw upon exiting. However, I'm sure whatever is happening down there, if it is Dark God related, it is not the Dark God themselves. However, it is some cultist trying to do work on their behalf. And she just stares at him for a moment and go, because what would the Dark God be doing in a random crypt in this town? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever at all.
I need to get the.
I'm gonna need you to roll
spell.
me a deception check.
Okay.
Because you're trying to hide that fact out.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
I need a.
Ah, shit. That's a +2. But it's,
Jesus Christ, David, we both fucking rolled an 8.
He just glares at you and is like, listen, lad.
Lass.
Sorry. I get mixed in the two. While trying to do this. Listen, lass. I appreciate you. You're more respectful than the other two. You're not really convincing, so how about you really tell me what really happened down there?
She's gonna arch her eyebrow. Well, I just relayed everything that happened.
Alright, so which part was that?
Apparently, Quarry is quite convincing when he's not in his right mind.
So, do you have something to do with it? 'Cause that's what he told me.
Do I have anything to do with the dark god being in that crypt? I absolutely do not. He absolutely does not, and that is not something that needs a deception.
Yeah, I'll just let you know something. Just stay clear of it. Nothing comes good from dealing with it.
Only a fool would deal in the darkness.
I guess you're right.
And quite honestly, I'm going to have a conversation with my companion at even the suggestion that I would have any type of association with such a foul and unclean spirit. And she's still wearing the holy symbol of the light around her neck as well.
He's gonna nod as he cleans up a mug. Well, told me you lot would be going back to clear things out. I can try to see if I can have something secured for that endeavor.
Honestly, I don't think we would need further assistance. I would not want to subject other mines to possibly be near more obsidian, as I would hate for more people to have Corey's reaction and start hallucinating. I believe it will be fine if we go ourselves. I'm unsure I can shield any more people than what we currently have assembled from such darkness.
Alright. Then did you find anything in that room reeking such evil?
I did not. As I said, it took pretty much all of my concentration to ward off any darkness that was in the area. But I would suggest maybe speaking with Abby or Portia, as they may have noticed a bit more. And I will say that Portia displayed quite a bit of bravery in there. I do believe she was dealing with some form of trauma and conquered it quite well. Anyways,
Alright.
Guildmaster, have a good day. I'm going to go enjoy my breakfast now.
You do that. I'll wait for the rest of your little group to come downstairs and talk to me.
She will gracefully get off her stool at the bar and give him a very faint but courteous nod of her head and partial curtsy. Not that she would fully curtsy to a noble such as herself, but she does show him that sign of respect as she goes back to her table.
Alright, he seems to appreciate it, comparatively to, your, other altars. The way the other altars handled them.
She says she'll just kind of look over at Oshi. Loose lips sink ships. No matter what control you have over the water. She'll just kind of nod her head a little bit and wait for breakfast.
Alright, so the same little shy maid is gonna serve you breakfast. Not really speaking, just carries out the plates and, hands them.
I will tip her.
Alright. She'll smile.
2 silver.
You made her smile. Then rushes back to the kitchen.
Okay. Eve would have smiled back at her quite politely and friendly-like. The biggest thing about Eve that I would say would be her composure. Out of all of them, she is the most ladylike. in her posture and the way she sets her hands in her lap when she's not currently eating and whatnot. She does not use any special silverware. She uses which is provided to her. She seems to be extremely polite, courteous, and studious as she just keeps an eye on the area around.
You're not sure, but you might have seen the little maid blush.
Okay.
Alright. So, while you're enjoying your breakfast, either Abigail or Portia has this delicious smell of breakfast wafts through your rooms. I believe you'd start to stir.
What about me?
So you
I
went to bed a
later.
little later, so
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
either you might wake up a little later. Yeah.
Yeah.
Portia must think that downstairs was another mausoleum.
I don't know, eh? Everything's a mausoleum. Alright.
World is the tomb.
She's still kind of recovering from her events of last night.
Alright.
She will take her time getting ready and, attempt to clean up, but she's going to be very frazzled in the morning, so she kind of does a half-assed job of looking good.
Pretty disheveled kind of look today.
Yes, she looks good, but disheveled.
Alright, so you walk into the main room. You see Eve and Oshi enjoying their breakfast at the moment. Ronan is behind the bar, just like cleaning things up, making sure things are like tidied up. Sometimes barking orders if he sees the food's not coming out fast enough. Yeah, doing innkeeper stuff.
Well, I will. With kind of a shaky voice this morning, kind of order breakfast. And join the rest of the people at the table. And she never actually saw Eve last night.
Good morning, Portia.
Kind of tilts my head.
I'll smile apologetically. Eve.
Oh, another one. Hello, Eve. Apparently a lot happened last night.
Apparently it did. As
She
Quarry,
exasperately sits in her chair and
she'll say, knowing full and well what Portia was doing the whole time with her eyes closed and everything, she's just been like, apparently Quarry thought that the Dark God himself was in the room with us last night.
Damn it.
Think that arcane magic may be going to his head a little bit.
I don't know what was going on last night, but whatever it is, I don't want to see it again.
Yes, obsidian has a very adverse effect to those that are around it. And I might say, Portia, as we were able to observe last night, you deserve to be commended, as you obviously... It was hard for you to go where we went, and you did so to the best of your ability, and you should be commended for that. And she'll smile at you again, kind of apologetically, but, in she's not making fun of you, but she's literally like, hey, that was hard for you to do, but you did it. Go you, kind of like.
Cheering you up.
I
Or
would
trying
kind
to.
of smile back at her, kind of weakly and a bit shyly. It definitely was a very hard night for her last night. She is still trying to get it out of her head.
She'll let you eat your breakfast. She doesn't want to badger you. She can tell you're not exactly like in the best state for conversation, so she'll leave you be.
You ordered a nice big mug of male ale too for their breakfast.
All right, easy enough. It's a good quality ale. Food's pretty good. The booze is good. Pretty good deal you got, y'all yourselves. Nah, awkward wordings. Alright, so what is Abigail doing?
So, Abigail, when I wake up after getting a good night's sleep, kind of dwelling a bit on the fact that more or less within staff's reach of darkness themselves. Gonna roll out of bed, try to cast Sending, and to my former mentor wizard, taking a shot, hoping for the best. If this message actually gets through this time, please respond in an affirmative, and then just sit and wait and hope that there's a response. And
You do not get a response for now, but it seems like it went through, but you're not getting a response at the moment. They're probably busy, or who knows. So, quick question real quick. Who had hold of the cameo necklace? Quarry?
Yeah, I still have it apparently.
Okay.
yeah,
Since I never said I
removed
gave it back.
asked to take a look at it. I handed it off and didn't make a point of
examined
taking it
it.
back. Yeah.
Alright, just making sure. Okay, so, your sending goes through. You're not getting a response at the moment. I don't know, maybe she's busy, with her experiments, her research at the moment. But it did went through this time.
And then we just kind of go through
Oops.
morning routine, right? Clean up, get in quick morning pump,
Mm-hmm.
and then go out and get some breakfast.
Alright. So, you come down, see Ronan, the guildmaster, still manning the bar. Now, there's Eve, Oshi, and now Portia, enjoying breakfast, in a table of their own, but there's still a little bit space if you wanted to be a loner, but Ronan does look at you, kind of expectedly when you arrive, in the common room, and then he looks back at Portia, like, as if he's waiting. But, other than that, you're free to do as you please.
Yeah, I don't really have a reason to, like, avoid everybody else. I'd kind of come down, move into some breakfast food, and then join up with everyone else.
Morning, Abigail.
Morning. Nice to see everyone doing so well.
You would say that and see like Portia's hand shaking as she's eating.
Seem to yeah. Oof. Good times, fun stuff.
Yes. Whatever those cultists were doing down there, it was not anything good.
No, I would imagine not. Kind of wonder how that guard we tipped off fared. It would be kind of funny if he wound up, busting the case wide open. Got him, went over there and arrested them all in the middle of the night, and that'd be fun for him, right? Chalk went up in the win column for random guard number 7 on his night shift.
Absolutely. I'm not entirely sure what God you're speaking. I do believe I was unconscious at that time.
Oh, did you not loop her in though? You gotta fill her in on these things. So that's what you're here for. Just looking at him very like.
She told me what I needed to know. Smiles politely at you and continues eating her breakfast. Did you sleep well?
Yeah, generally, for the most part. Lots of process. It's a little bit more. Yeah.
Exposure to obsidian at such a close radius can have adverse effects. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Done a lot of research into that particular topic?
Well, considering I am a trained cleric, I am aware of the effects, yes. Everything from, I've heard of people being cursed, dying, being left soulless husks laying upon the ground. Hallucinations are the most common thing, usually of some kind of dark entity or extremely disturbing scene.
More of a theological, philosophical, rather than a academic.
My training covered a lot. There really wasn't a specific focus to it. So it touched on many subjects.
It does seem like you I can't think of how I wanted to phrase it. I drew a blank. A diverse set of interests, split focus.
My training and experiences have varied. Initial kind of nod. And something you might pick up is that she is speaking in I's and me's and not ours or we's. This bacon is quite scrumptious.
Alright, so while they're having this lovely chit-chat, before Quarry wakes up, we're actually gonna take a little break. So, yeah. Gonna take a little break, then gonna keep going with all that, and, keep unpacking stuff, before you all have to have that little meeting. And, while I'm at it, congratulations, y'all, level 2, level 4. Yeah. So
Suck
take
it,
your
Dark God.
So take time to level up. We'll take a 10-15 minutes break, and then we'll be back. Yeah.
Groovy.
Yeah. You're right.
David,
Yeah.
You schmuck!
Oh, I'm sorry, but was Eve not I don't know smiling with kindness when the guild leader told her that you basically that she basically summoned the devil and then banished the devil, and there was this dark and light battle and all of this stuff. I mean, she was supposed to be happy with that.
I didn't say happy about it. No, I'm just talking to the player. I'm just saying, David,
Oh.
you schmuck! You played your character perfectly. I'm not mad at you for that. Well, my character is, but David, you schmuck!
Well, my
gotta
character
go.
will tell your. Oh, go ahead. I'll see when
I'm
you get
just
back.
running, grabbing water. I'm still on mic.
All right, so basically, here's the thing. Eve is not going to ever admit that the Dark God was there because that will make people afraid that the Dark God is hanging out, and the Dark God feeds on fear. So she thinks it was absolutely the most irresponsible thing anyone could do to mention that his actual presence was there.
Well, that actually makes sense. But the thing I'm more mad about is saying we broke down the door.
Well, I mean, she's
the one who did it. So I'm fine with it.
technically
If you're
Eve.
the one,
Technically, Eve did not break down the door.
well, as long as it does, I'm not the one who has to
Excuse
pay for it.
me.
Love you. Alright, I am back. Huzzah.
I'm gonna try this on this character.
On
It has
what
never worked on any of my other characters, but I'm gonna try it on this one.
Are you getting lucky?
I have picked up the lucky feat.
God.
Let's
I mean, it's a Wednesday campaign. It's not a
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Exactly. Well, I roll like it's Tuesday, so
It's not that bad. You got a couple you got a nat 20, I think. I think you got a nat 20. I don't remember. I gotta scroll up.
that was the last session. Yes, on a perception.
Oh. Well, that still counts, right?
I got a nat 20 to see the Dark God like come out of the wall.
Fucking. Okay, there's two. Okay, Kim had one and Odie had one. Russ had one.
Yeah.
Why did you roll a con save earlier, Kim?
Oh, still side joke.
Oh. Yeah. So, thankfully, y'all did not TPK.
The night's still young.
I was just about to say that exact thing.
Okay, I shall not sell the bear's pelt before killing it.
So should I be more specific when I do things that I'm not trying to summon the Dark God? I'm just trying to get information from the Dark God. Should I make that kind of more clear in the future? Kind of thing?
It's not a you being clear thing. It's more of how he feels to handle things thing. Cause he's pretty just does whatever the fuck he wants, basically. Like, you might not want to summon him, but if he wants to, like, come in and say, hey, he's just gonna come in and say, hey.
Well, he ended up with a little bit of sunburn, so it's alright.
I mean, he didn't really get damage, he got just
I know.
bitch slapped. Basically, kinda, we could see it like that.
It burns, it freezes us.
There's not a lot of things that can affect him.
Yeah.
He just does not deal well with Light's presence.
Well, I'm sure Light doesn't exactly enjoy Dark's presence either. So,
I mean, you tell me. But yeah, tell me.
That's how duality usually works. They balance each other and repel each other.
Yeah.
What spells to pick up?
You
So,
could
well-
pick. Oh, you could pick identify if you want.
Nah,
So-
not worth it.
You should hear this too, Julia. I told Rod while you went away. The reason why Eve is refusing to say that the Dark God was there is because she knows that that would cause fear in people, and the Dark God feeds on people's fear. So
Yep.
that would just make his presence in this area stronger than it already is.
Wear a sweater with some red and green stripe action.
But Quarry kind of like sold that out already.
I mean, he can
Because he
sell
didn't
it
know
how
better.
he can sell it however he wants, as far as Eve is concerned, and how she will treat the entire thing. Is anybody that saw the Dark God was hallucinating, and she feels sorry that their weak minds were so subjected to the obsidian. She will do better to try and protect them in the future from its effects.
That's good. Good to know. And before somebody comes and is clad in obsidian? Why would that be a rough fight?
Somebody came clad in obsidian. I'm pretty sure
Problems. That would be problems.
Eve or any of her personalities would invoke that most true and time-honored tradition of running away.
Right? That's a bad bitch. Let's go away.
I mean, she would have ran away. She would have ran away the night before, but with him kind of like lurking there and standing in the doorway, reading everything in shadows, that wasn't much of an option.
Oh, I know. I know. At least no deals were struck. That's... Could have been good. Could have been horrible. We'll never know.
When Corey
Rebecca.
said he sold his soul, he meant artistically speaking,
Well,
not
Darkness
literally.
knew. Darkness knows
He meant
this kind of
artistically. He's still mad about that book deal.
Rebecca would have made a deal with him.
Yeah, I bet. Would the widow made a deal?
No, she's not that type of emotional. She would have just stood there and basked in his presence and basically, I don't know, undulated and untold dark pleasures.
That's fucking funny. Undulating and untold dark pleasures. Alright. Good thing we don't have a quote system.
Oh, it's such a bad idea, but I want to take this homebrew spell.
Yay, with every homebrew spell you gotta run it by me.
Oh no, I just made it as a joke. It's called Arcane Gamble. You literally just gamble a spell slot away, wasting it.
That's a horrible idea, dude. You need your
But there's
spell
like
slots.
there's a 1 in 8 chance you can get it back at a higher level.
I wouldn't do it.
No, it's a horrible idea. That's why I made it, just as a joke.
I know! I'm still saying it's a horrible idea.
I am thinking of
Dang
taking
it, Becky.
this, though.
Put that on the t-shirt. David, you see that? We need
Huh?
we need dang it Becky shirts.
You mean, damn it, Becky?
Yeah, I mean, he wrote dang, so I said dang.
No, it's got to be damn it, Becky.
Damn
That
it,
was
Becky!
always the thing. Damn it, Becky, or
It's Becky! I knew it!
or I bet it's Becky.
It's gotta be Becky. Becky's
Um,
behind us.
second level illusion spell I just posted that has a 50 GP material component. Basically, it mirror images what you see when you see through your familiar's eyes.
So you just see through your it's like eagle eyes?
It's when you see through your familiar's eyes, you go completely blind and deaf. This spell instead creates it as an illusion for everyone to see.
Oh, you like make a little like display.
It's a hologram for what your familiar sees. It's a spy camera.
Nice.
I
As
should
an
pick
illusion.
up this spell.
I
Kim,
thought that was a
we're about to be unstoppable. I'm thinking about picking up, we're preparing, I should say, Warding Bond, which would give you a +1 to AC and resistance to all damage.
Mm.
Unfortunately, if I drop the 0 hit points, that drops, but I've got pretty good health here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about taking Chromatic Orb instead of this utility spell, but I want to try it. It seems so useful. What do you guys think?
Seems cool.
What do you guys think? Drop it for Chromatic Orb? They have the same material component, basically. I'm indecisive.
Get whatever makes sense for your character.
Yeah.
No, actually, that spell doesn't make you blind. You just share what your familiar sees instead of just becoming one with the familiar. So you'd still keep all your senses while using it.
No, the Find
basically.
Familiar spell states that while you see through your familiar senses, you're blind and deaf.
But the one you
made,
link in
yeah.
chat. Oh, that's the one you made?
Yeah, I made this. This is what I want to take.
Okay, that's a homebrew Find Familiar.
Yeah, this is the homebrew illusion spell that enhances Find Familiar.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, it would have to be Damn It Becky, because that's what the bot recognizes too.
Mhm.
Damn it, Becky.
Becky.
It was Becky all along.
It was. Literally,
really
it was.
It literally was.
This whole bullshit scenario is because of fucking Becky.
I am taking Warcaster, however, because, well, Shape Water as a Warcaster thing sounds fun.
There you go.
But
Alright.
the spell.
Is-
Is that spell allowed?
What?
The thing I posted in chat with a 50 GP non-consumed material component to balance it?
Yeah.
Okay.
50 gold pieces. Goddamn, that's expensive.
Well, it's a bit OP for its level, but
True.
I couldn't make it a higher level. Because then that seemed weak, so I balanced it that way.
Alright.
I just want level 3 so I can use Dark Tether.
You're level
Level 3
4
spells.
now.
Level 3
okay.
spells.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
cute. What?
Level 3
Yeah.
spells at level 4. I thought you had to be level 5.
You do. That's why I said I want level 3 spells so I can use
yeah.
Dark Tether. Dark Tether's fun. I can cast it on an enemy and attach the other side to our barbarian, and as they take damage, it heals her for the damage.
I played with a spell like that, but it was more similar to the Dunamancy spell, Life Tether, that Matt Mercer put out, so I scrapped the idea, because theirs was better than mine.
You all back? You ready?
Are we all back?
Yeah.
We're all back.
What do I
Okay.
roll for hit points?
You can either roll or you can take average.
The average.
Which
I'll take
is
average.
I'm taking average.
Yeah. Alright, we're back. Huzzah. Alright, so Quarry. You awake feeling somewhat refreshed, but I need a perception check from you, sir, since you kept the amulet.
Hang on. I'm just upping my HP. Perception check, you said?
Yes, sir.
I fixed my character sheet in my Google Sheets. I haven't done it on the thing yet. I'll do that by the end of the night. Perception.
Alright, you notice a figure in, a a corner of your room. It's a woman. Seems like she's kind of kneeling in the corner, sobbing gently.
How did you get in here? Does it respond in any way?
Does not seem like she can hear you. As she does not react, to your, words.
Okay, that's a 10 or above. I'm investigating my persons to see if there was anything new on it.
Your
Just
person?
straight roll. Yeah, did I remember I had the amulet, basically?
Yeah, you do remember keeping it.
Yeah, that's what the roll was for. With morning grogginess, I was like, I'm gonna hold it to stand up and walk over to it before I pull out the amulet. Does it react in any way?
It opens, and you notice a somewhat, kind of resemblance to, the woman in the picture. She's still, kneeling there sobbing.
I'll pull out of my pocket. Is this yours?
She kind of sniffles and, turns her head a little bit towards you.
Would you like it back?
Help me, is all you hear, and then she vanishes.
Well, I'm spooked, but imposed after what I saw last night. In comparison, this is nothing.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
going to...
A seemingly haunted amulet. Nothing to, the presence of the Dark God. That's true.
Was it wearing the clothing that we saw in the sarcophagi? Or similar, I mean?
No, she was actually wearing what seemed like a very nice dress, or more so the tattered remains of a very nice dress.
So it doesn't seem like she was the person in the sarcophagus.
No.
Who was stabbed with this obsidian. Okay. Well, that was my initial thought. Okay.
I have to remember. No, Abigail was the one that investigated it closely.
Yeah, but it's hard not to see a giant
spike. At first view, clothing don't seem to match that you remember from yesterday.
Well, I'm going to put it back in my pocket and go to the group. Refreshed and ready for the day.
Not spooked.
Spooked! But in control.
Control of thine emotion. Alright, so you get to the main, the common room. I'll call it, instead of keep changing the word. You see your party already seated. Some of them finished with their breakfast. Some of them having just started. And Ronan will greet you with a slight nod of his head from behind the bar.
Looks like I'm the last one up.
Morning, Quarry.
How's everyone handling whatever that was last night?
Oh, quite well. Are you feeling better, by the way?
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with me.
Oh, the Guildmaster said that you saw some interesting things that obviously were not there, because had darkness truly showed himself there, it would be very wise not to tell anyone it happened, as it would spread fear, and fear is something that he feeds on, and it makes him more powerful. So Obviously, you were seeing things last night in close proximity to that obsidian. She just smiles politely at you.
I'm going to smile politely back at her and say, if I truly was seeing things, it would have been in my best interest to inform the guildmaster that what I saw, regardless of its veracity, could be important to the city itself.
Who are you inciting?
It's just trying to see if I'm picking up what Eve is trying to sort of insinuate in the. Basically, am I picking up the ex-nay on the Arcness day?
Yeah, you'd be able
in the
to
conversation.
slightly get the feel that she does not want anybody to escalate that part of the story. Like keep it hush hush.
He will not. Yes, that is quite good, though. However, spreading rumors tend to have a way to get away from a situation, and like a fire in the wilderness, spread in ways that you may not be able to control or understand.
I don't understand what I saw in the first place.
That's
and
very
would like
good.
any guidance from an authority figure, like a guildmaster, I could get, as the priest was indisposed.
Well, you see, coming in close proximity to obsidian has several side effects. Losing your soul, losing your mind, hallucinations, which is the most common, dark hallucinations, that impossible things that could appear in your mind. It has been said that you can completely lose your soul and your body just be a husk. You can be cursed for 10 generations. It's hard to tell what can come from being so close to such a object.
Wait, you survive for 10 generations and can't die, or your lineage is cursed for 10 generations? Either could happen. Which one?
Oh, your lineage, I would suspect. I've not heard of anyone living 10 generations past their prime that I'm aware of. That aren't somehow magically motivated to do so?
Because that first one sounds quite appealing. Not being able to die, that...
Yes, I am sorry to inform you that I do believe you were under the hallucinatory effects of the obsidian. As a cleric, I can assure you the Dark Lord was not there. And she smiles, but she's kind of like telling you with her eyes, like, hey, I hope you're understanding I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down.
I get it now that it was said. I'm just gonna say to her, I understand what you're saying. I actually agree. My apologies for not inquiring your name earlier. I thought the subject matter was a bit more pressing. But it is nice to meet another one of your sisters.
No.
Yes,
I understand what you're saying. I actually agree with it, which actually hurts me to say. In all regards, except the one individual I actually told it to. That I feel is important. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do, and you should know that I also told the guild leader that I believe that you were under the effects of the obsidian when you saw it, as the Darkwing being in such a minor town in a mausoleum in the middle of nowhere makes absolutely no sense.
Unless someone makes a blood sacrifice on top of a graveyard.
What? No.
But something
we
that
don't-
foolish, surely, I mean...
No one we
Hey.
know is that foolish.
Oh, I definitely know people that foolish.
Oh, do we know?
However, I do believe that. I do believe, though, if I did know that someone did that, they would be punished quite severely.
Oh, that's the way we say things now, okay.
We're not going to see Rebecca for a while.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
based on that, yeah. Jeez.
So as you all are having
And
this little conversation rolling,
I'm just gonna say one other thing.
Closer.
I have never hallucinated in my life except for one reason. Accidentally inhaling acid fumes. And then I uncork a vial of acid and then sniff.
Christ.
One spring break in wizard school.
Arch an eyebrow.
It's better than coffee, honestly. And there's no ill effects. Just, a slight burning sensation in your throat that takes 4 years to heal.
Corey, you're gonna hear from behind you. You got some weird entertainment. Or whatever the hell you're doing, lads.
Want some?
Nah.
Do you believe
I'm
he's
good.
sniffing acid in order to hallucinate? And she's going to look at the guild leader and give him a look like, I told you.
You did just kind of lean into that one a little bit.
Oh, I did that on purpose. I'm selling the story now.
She's picking up what you put down.
We'll see about that. Well, how about whoever...
In a few levels, I'll be able to drink this.
He's gonna point to Abigail and Portia. How about the two of you? Follow me to, my room and we can get you both's account. Settled on the matter.
You're welcome to sit here while I tell it.
What would you tell?
Alright. He's gonna just stand there and wait for you to unpack.
Counts basically the same tale, except for not seeing this weird illusion. Just because she was worried about she's mostly honest about her reaction down there.
Yeah, she definitely did not see it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Did not see anything.
What about
I don't
you?
know about this dark god. I don't know if it was a hallucination. I didn't share it with anybody, so.
Yeah. Even
It
if
is hard to
was-
hallucinate with your eyes closed.
Exactly.
Even if it was one, I wouldn't joke about that. As
Surprise.
likely. What about you? What you got to tell me? As he looks to Abigail. The same story? Or perhaps something more? Or nothing changed?
Well, I mean, it's nighttime, it's dark, shadows shifting, and they, yeah, what they said.
Just narrows his eyes a little bit. Right. Well then, still got the plan of just going there and making clean house of whoever's lurking down there, eh?
We would be happy to. I just request that there are a few guards at the entrance of the tomb so that none escape.
Alright, easy enough to do.
We made a point of tipping them off last night that this was going on. They might have already taken care of this for us. Can we just, like, get pre-credit?
There is the fact that I'm not sure we'll be able to convince Portia to go back down there.
We subcontracted it out. That's the thing.
I don't know about that, cause I didn't hear anything back from them. Who did you tell it to?
The guard on the gate, but then let us back into the city. He was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'll get right on that." And he went up to go grab a bunch of people, and the barracks that's in the point in the general direction of where that entrance in and out of the city is. Like, the ones in the barracks over there. He was rounding up a whole.
I think you said Kim, random guard number 7.
Well, I don't know what happened. I didn't heard anything from it. I also appreciate. I'll send you a lot to investigate and see that it has really been taken care of, though. As per the agreement on the mission.
Yes, we do have to take care of them. We discussed that last night. Sorry for the misunderstanding. It's part of the deal, and we shall honor it.
Because if it's
As
the
we
guard
like
that
getting
gets
paid.
rid of them, you might only get like part of the rewards instead of the full brunt of it.
Oh, I'd prefer the whole thing.
That's what I thought. Yeah, like, looks over you all. Well, if that's all, I'll go back behind the bar, I suppose. Handle more guild business. Handing out bounties and all. He's gonna, like, start trudging back to his original spot. And there we all be.
Evil sipper tea.
How did you like my performance? Once he leaves.
Performance?
With the acid.
Oh, I thought that was normal.
None.
She gives you a slight smile.
That's fair, and was a few years ago. But it really is a great way to wake someone up.
I bet.
Might I ask a favor of you? Eve,
Just arch an eyebrow.
do you know how to make holy water?
I can, yes.
I seem to have used all of mine up before our trip on the boat for my experiments to see if it would be usable in spellcasting as any normal liquid.
The components that I will need will cost 25 gold per vial.
Ew. Well, once we get paid, how about we discuss this further? And I'm going to look at the visual disturbance with my eyes and not move my head.
The thing that you only see.
Yes.
You catch,
As long as I'm gonna try and look
Part-
at it without moving my head. If that's possible.
you for like a couple seconds, you see the same woman just looking at you with teary eyes and then vanish again.
Oh, Abigail. I forgot to give this back to you. And I'll slide this under the table to her.
Just handed it over, eh?
Yep.
And then the pendant back? Yeah. Not without mentioning anything about that. I don't have a reason not to take it back from her. Like, yeah, okay. Want it.
I will say this now that you have it in your hands. I believe its previous owner has, something to do with it that I shall let you discover. But it does not appear to be magical.
Okay. So now that he's handed it off, do I see what he was seeing?
Not yet.
Okay. Oh,
So
okay.
since you have it, are you gonna like? Oh wait, you investigated it yesterday, but never mind. The day before, so no use doing it again. Yeah, just hands it to you. Seems a bit weird about
And I
it.
show her where the button is.
You want to spend an hour focusing upon the object in order to attune it.
It's not magical. You can't really attune to it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I just show her, and it does open up. I press the button.
Yeah, you just see it. You all see it like click open. If you were to peer into it, you would all see that small portrait of the couple.
It's a lovely couple.
I hear she has her issues.
If
I'll say to Abigail.
alright, if
Is the couple that's in the locket, does either one of them resemble loosely the body that was in the sarcophagus? One
no,
way or the other?
not at all.
Not at
The
all?
clothes just don't match at all. The clothes you spotted were more a priest. This is like high nobles.
Okay.
Like near royalty, but not quite. Let's see.
I just didn't know if they were like, if there was like a similar build, kind of, like, oh, the body was also like 7 foot, and so is the person, and like that kind of a thing. I didn't, because I remember the priest robes and the royalty district. I just didn't know if there was like, oh yeah, no, that's like roughly the same size. It might have been him or her, or vice versa. Or,
You get a
That's fine.
feel that from it's hard to tell from just a picture, but
Yeah, no,
maybe the one in the picture is more petite than the body you stumbled upon.
okay. That's
So-
I
Looking at this, being a noble,
Mm-hmm.
do I see any house crest or symbols of nobility, and would I be able to recognize the style of clothing they are wearing?
You do see a house crest, but I need you to make me a history check to see if you remember it.
Huh? I'm good at this. It'll be a 21 with my +2.
Alright, so, you know that, the seal you find, kind of etched in the background of the portrait belongs to the Silverblood family. It is, very much close to royalty. They were not from this island before. They hailed from one of the northern islands. instead of the continent, and they descend from royalty, basically. You have not heard of them in quite a long time. You do remember, perhaps in discussions with other noble houses, that the last of the Silverbloods was sighted around a couple hundred years ago.
Okay, and what has happened to their estates and everything since they kind of disappeared? Did another family take them over?
They were given the Dark Veil to rule over.
Ah.
And so it's pretty much kept hush hush what really happens, but rumor was that something had befallen, something tragic happened to her and her husband, and that's pretty much all people say about this. Like, they don't really want to talk about it openly.
Okay, so Eve will say, quite a lovely couple. I haven't seen many portraits of the Silverblood family.
Oh, Silverblood, all I saw was grey.
Quite. The Silverbloods came from one of the islands in the north, apparently descended from some royalty there. From what I know, they had found their way in control of the area known as the Dark Vale, and met a rather tragic fate a couple hundred years ago.
Well, that does not seem like a quest I want to go on.
Let's see.
Apparently, since our final goal is to find out what's happening in the Dark Vale, this can't be a pure coincidence.
Let's see.
True.
Portia, do you want to roll me a history check to see if you remember any stories from the cirque?
She's kind of listening with one ear while she nibbles on the leftovers of her breakfast. History.
You remember of some story about the Dark Veil being about, what was it, 200? Oh, what? I need to fucking find that note, actually. Hold on. I should have been prepared. I'm not. Okay, there it is. Okay, so you remember some bits of a story related to the Dark Veil's tyrant, who was said to be put down 200 or so years ago, which you think could fit, maybe, maybe not, because grim, something tragic happening in the Dark Vale, the bloodthirsty tyrant, maybe not, could be it, could be not. Kind of a shot in the dark at this point.
Killing the remnants of the story I remember being told.
Basically, what you remember is a man stricken with grief, making a deal with the Dark God and being played and then cursed to forever roam the land and feast upon the blood of his subject.
Dark God thing to do.
Of course.
Well,
Deals come at a price. You forgot the
reference this to everybody.
specifics, but
Yeah. I reference these little details that, you know, I remember from the story. But don't have very many details.
it's a story that's particular to the people living from being from the Vale, so I don't think anybody in your party is from there. Sadly. But that's all you're about to glean from the time you were with the Cirque. Yeah. So that's the story you get from Portia.
And what was it doing down there then?
On that body.
With that particular accessory, do the like stabby gesture of the obsidian fake spike action going on there. That seems a bit excessive for your run-of-the-mill sort of keep them in one place kind of burials.
Especially in the room behind an illusion. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Who's to say? Perhaps it was a coincidence. Antiques do seem to find their way from person to person. Though, I think that it being an actual coincidence is quite low.
I have to agree. Nothing truly is a coincidence.
There's no such thing as a coincidence. As you all are pondering upon what Portia revealed, the little maid is gonna start emptying, taking the empty plates and like clearing and making sure if any one of y'all want refills, you get refills. And that sort of stuff.
Like some more bacon and some more tea, please.
Of course.
I'll definitely take some more bacon.
And
another ale.
Right. Coming right up. She just scurries off. Takes a couple moments, then she comes back with more bacon, some more ale for Portia, sets it, and then just dashes back to the kitchen.
I'll make sure to tip her another couple silver and give her a smile.
She definitely blushes for some reason.
Okay.
Maybe she finds you attractive, who knows? Yeah, just dashes off, says, oh, thank
That
you.
would literally be the last thing on Eve's mind.
Right. And just a blushing maiden.
Sails right over.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
What? Huh?
She is She is unmoved by the whims of mortal. I don't know.
She got too much shit on her plate.
Yeah.
No, her plate's empty. I thought that's why the maiden came over.
It's full of bacon now. Well, full. Has more bacon.
She must be new to the job. She just seemed very flustered by everything.
Yeah. But evil. Eat her bacon, one piece at a time, biting off like maybe a fifth of a piece of bacon each time, chewing it politely, moving forward. She'll eat about half of it, then slide the rest of the plate over to Oshi.
Who's just been sitting there.
Hanging out.
Looks tired. Probably had a rough night.
Yeah, out of character for us was feeling better when we were talking about waking up and all that stuff. I was going to say, I have the best alarm clock. And have him do the raptor screech.
He'd probably get yelled at.
Oh, yeah. He's probably asleep.
Possibly.
Anyways.
So, do we have a game plan here? We're gonna go back during the day, or lay a trap for them, hoping they come back at the night, or are we gonna try to like storm in there, bells ablazing, or what? I don't know. What are we thinking here? We're actually gonna try to do this for realsies. I thought we got out of this.
No, the contract says if we want the full reward, we have to deal with them. I discussed it with the guildmaster last night. I tried getting out of it, but he wouldn't have any of it. But the good news is...
Do we care about getting the... Like, I feel like 24 hours ago, we were barely willing to sign up for this thing, and now we're... Oh man, we can't get 0 stars on Fantasy Yelp.
Well,
Fantasy Yelp.
I couldn't think of something clever. I'm too tired. I was reaching
that was
for
clever
something
enough.
Yelpish
like
and just
it.
went Fantasy Yelp. That's all I got.
when I actually referenced that not too long ago in Aegon's game, and I believe I settled on Felp. It's Felp.
I'll take
Victoria,
it. That works.
Victoria, evil say. Well, I see 2 issues. The first being that we did give our words and put our names on a contract that we would take care of this. I'm not keen on breaking my word. I'm not sure how the rest of you are
Damn it.
in that situation. The second issue is, and she looks to Portia and she'll say, what's it going to take to get Portia to go back down there with us?
Alcohol.
Well, apparently I'll buy it for you if you'll help us fight. You think it'll help?
Sure, it'll help some.
Your next round's on me, apparently. And I do believe we should set a trap. Because, well, traps are fun.
So you suggest we go there during the day and lie in wait?
Well, yes, and in addition to that, see if they left anything. We didn't explore half the hallways. We might find
Indeed.
something.
And that may not be the only level either. Many of those crypts can go down quite deep.
True, and, well, I did have a good idea for a trap, so, you know, that could always assist us.
Perhaps we should investigate, find how deep the crypt goes.
Oh,
take
Let
up
me just tell you.
positions at the bottom. If we're going to have the gods posted outside to make sure no one gets out, I think it would be easier to work our way up and out as opposed to in and down. As someone could more easily run down and hide and warn others, where if they run up and try to escape, they'll run into the gods.
Well, my thought was that yes, they'd still be down there. But on the off chance they left after we did, I thought I might just dump a bunch of water and we could lie in wait and I'd just freeze them in place once they walked down. That was my whole idea.
You really like your water.
It's the most flexible element there is.
You all heard the man. She'll take a sip of her tea. Stay hydrated.
Exactly. Can't live without it. Well, also earth and air. Can't live without those either.
Moderation is of merit as well. Too much of any of them will do you in just as easily as too little.
Quite true. I knew a man who had too much, iron in his system. It did not end well.
Let me guess, he had a very magnetic personality.
Quite. He got trapped against a magnet and starved to death. Dungeon traps.
She'll just nod
Gotta love 'em.
sagely. She'll just nod sagely as if that was the expected result. Oh,
The
very well,
magnetism,
then.
the magnetism spell is very powerful. Coming to stores near you.
It's certainly an attractive addition to a spellbook.
Right?
I literally just wrote it a week ago. It's awesome.
I suppose we should start getting ready. She's gonna lean back in her chair a little bit and she's gonna look over toward Ronan. Ronan!
What you want?
Can we get 5 shots of your strongest whiskey, please? And she's just gonna smile over to Portia. We should probably get going.
Right.
I'll buy one of them.
Sure. Coming right up.
No idea what the last thing was you said.
Coming right up.
Oh, okay. I thought you said hi to bed. I'm like, what?
What the fuck? I'm just rolling the R's pretty.
I know.
How dare you?
You're doing an accent while
Rah.
having an accent. It's hard sometimes.
Aw. Ain't that a shame?
I'll order one as well, but when it shows up, instead of adding it to the pile they're giving to Portia, I just shoot it myself. It's like, seems like a good idea.
Yeah, why not?
Sure, why not?
Alright, so it takes a little bit, but the 5 shots of decent whiskey, decently, a decent whiskey, comes about.
In a
He
in a
just lays them
halfling-sized person, 5 shots in rapid succession, about
I think that qualifies for the poison condition if I've ever heard it.
35, 40 minutes later, you're going to be feeling real good.
Yep.
Are you taking all 5 of them? Like, straight up?
Well, 6 of them, with the one
6?
that
Okay.
Quarry tacked on.
No, I wanted to buy one of the 5.
Oh.
I was gonna pay for one of them as a nice gesture.
I
Not
thought you
yet
were making
give her
it
an
6. I
additional.
was like, oh.
Alright, so
No, sorry for making that unclear.
it'll cost you, since it's kind of higher end liquor, it'll cost you 5 just 5 copper guilty discount each per shots.
Alright.
because it's nice stuff. So 25 copper, or 2 silver and 5 copper, however you want to do it.
Hey,
I'll take the 5 copper.
I'll pay for it, and I'll order a bottle too.
Bottle might cost you. Since these
Bar
are
rates for a bottle.
since these are just shots, the full bottle might cost you 2 gold.
All right.
Alright, so places down the shots, then you order your bottle. He kind of looks at you like, but then he goes to get it. He's like looking at you like, there's no way you can do that. There's no way you can like drink that.
When he brings it back, I'll start praying over the bottle and making holy gestures at it like I'm blessing it or something, so that he'll just go away and leave me alone.
Oh, he wasn't gonna like sit there and watch you.
Okay.
That's no, that's not his style. He's
Well,
just giving you a look like suspicious.
I'm gonna put my bottle in my fashionable satchel that matches my very fashionable and reasonable dress.
Nice.
I'm gonna say to her, might I carry that for you?
No,
Okay then.
I
Okay,
have very specific plans for this bottle.
Portia, are you drinking all 5 of them straight up? If so, I need you to roll me a con save.
See how she feels.
If you get super hammered, or if you're just kind of having a nice buzz. Which, you might, like, fucking pass out if you roll too low, but...
See how she feels first.
No, not wisdom.
Okay, so
Oh.
she's seeing how she feels first.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was like, eh?
Okay, so she's regained some of her composure.
Feeling pretty good, pretty good.
So she'll take her time finishing it before we leave.
Okay, since you're taking your time downing the shots, you're probably still gonna get quite a nice buzz, because it's strong liquor, but you're not gonna
She's
get
fine
like
with a buzz.
smashed.
She's been there, done that before.
Yeah, you get a nice buzz. You feel confident, like Mausoleum. I can do this. It might be scary, but I'll do it.
What I plan to do is, once we get her down in the depths of that mausoleum, I'm going to lesser respirate her to sober her up, and then tell her that as we go along, I will give her shots along the way.
Gonna bribe her into facing her fears.
No, I'm just not going to have a completely drunk halfling trying to fight coldness.
Right?
She's not drunk, she's just buzzed.
Oh, okay. Well, I got the bottle
Fine,
anyway
I'm
in
just
case she needs more
buzzed.
liquid courage.
Hey, the only difference between a potion of heroism and alcohol is the label. And the price.
And might I suggest you all wear your cloaks this time?
Why, is there anything usefully good about them? I believe as hell.
They provide dark vision for those of you that can't see in the dark.
Oh, okay, well that's useful then. I'll wear this.
Do they extend my dark vision, or does it just not do anything?
Yeah, I think it makes sense for it to extend it.
And these are cloaks of dark vision?
If you equip it and attune it on your character sheet, it'll update your senses and let you know if it extends it or not.
I put it on your D&D Beyond sheet, so I don't know if you can take it from there and like paste it over. Cause it's called the Red Reaver Cloak. Custom item. We going fancy.
It does not add additional I can confirm with mine because I have 120 naturally, and wearing
Okay.
the cloak does not add another 60.
Okay. 120 is kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I understand completely. I was just curious.
Abigail, the only thing I think you missed was
Put your cloaks on.
Eve suggested wearing the cloak because it grants dark vision and other things.
Okay.
Is the +1 to hit and damage? Is that for weapon attacks, spell attacks, or both?
Both.
Just in general.
All,
Everything.
all of the above.
Yep.
Yep.
Shall we go back into the depths?
Guess so.
She will stand and just very smoothly soothe her skirts. Right. Oh, yes. I'll be right back. So we head up to her room, and when she comes back down, she's going to be wearing a fashionable hat. Very fashionable and sensible hat that matches her fashionable and sensible skirt and coat. She will also have her shield at her side and her rapier.
Oh. Interesting.
Before we leave, I'm gonna go to the lake behind the guild and fill up
The
2 of my
little
water
pond.
flasks. Fill up my 2 flasks I used yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm back to full capacity.
Alright. Easy enough. You fill up,
To the dangers of the day.
Mm-hmm. You fill up your flasks. Easy enough. It's, not salt water, but the other one.
I now have 2.5 gallons of water on me.
Yep. What is it? Sweet?
For
No,
reasons.
not sweet water.
Fresh water.
Fresh water. Thank you.
Yes.
Instead of salt water, which I think is what you had earlier from the boat trip.
Yep.
It's now fresh water. Yeah.
Stuff.
What'd you hit? Hitting buttons? Alright, so you all travel back to make your way through the city, travel easy enough to the Dusk Quarter. There's a couple people at this hour in the graveyard
Before we
tending to their loss.
got out of the city, I'm gonna cast Mage Armor, just as preparation for what's ahead.
Alright. So when you arrive at the cemetery, you do notice that the gate y'all busted open last time is now back closed.
Is there a guard?
No. You see a couple guards walking between the rows of tombs, but none at the door. And since they notice your cloaks, they give you a couple nods, but they're not bothering you.
Nod and look away. Sorry. Go
Does
first.
it look like the door is closed again or sealed again?
You have to get closer.
It took a
Get a-
bit to get it open. Like, did somebody just close it to make it look like it hasn't been touched, or did they actually seal it back up? You know what I mean?
Are
Or
you
can we
getting
not tell?
closer to check it out?
Yeah, a bit closer. I wouldn't necessarily just stroll straight up to it until we're all ready to, but I would at least try to get a better feel for
Okay, do me an
it being
investigation
different
check.
from how we left it.
Straight investigation.
Oof, no.
It
It looks like a door.
it's. I mean, it's closed. Could be locked. Could not be locked. You'd have to get closer to get a better look at it.
He's going to approach the guards.
Certainly not a
Excuse-
jar.
Excuse me, guardsman.
Yeah. What can I do
Is-
for you, miss?
Is the gate to the mausoleum locked?
Should be, yeah. Oh,
Well, we need it open. We're from the guild and on guild business, and we need to investigate the mausoleum.
well, I don't have the key. Kinda looks about.
I'm sure someone as industrious and well loved in their duties would know who would have it and where to find them.
Oh,
She'll
yeah.
give him a very sweet smile.
Well, yeah, the captain would probably have a spare of it. Currently he's patrolling, kinda scratches his head, the Grand Orchard district at the moment. He'd have a spare, or you could always try to go by the town hall and see if they'll hand you one.
I'm gonna walk over and try and open the door.
She's gonna look kind of. I don't know. I don't know what word I'm looking for because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Are you
She's gonna
batting
look
your
kind of-
eyelashes at him?
Yeah, she's gonna look kind of vulnerable, I guess, and be like, "Oh, bye. I don't know what I'm going to do. We really need to get in there. I don't suppose you could go get the key for me, could you?"
Well, I suppose I could. Quarry, when you you just slightly pushes, and it creaks open.
No need!
So then I'm like, "Oh, never mind, but thank you," and I'm just gonna walk straight away from the guard.
Oh,
Like, yeah,
you're welcome.
yes,
Um,
yes.
Kind of puzzled.
There's two guards.
There's a
right.
couple of them, but like they're
Dotted around the
patrolling.
place.
Yeah, they're walking
I'm
about.
gonna walk back over to them and say, we're going to be clearing the tomb of what we believe to be either grave robbers, cultists, or, well, just criminals in general.
Grave robbers. What's this nonsense about?
We saw them down there last night when we were investigating.
Did you?
Yes. So, we would love to do this guild business and job for the city, but as there's only 5 of us, we need all our personnel in the mix. Could some of you stand guard at the entrance just to make sure none escape?
Sure. I mean, we're already patrolling the area, isn't that enough?
Well, I'm just afraid they might get away, and think of the children.
Isn't that
can't
your
believe I
job
said-
to make sure they don't get away? Ugh. I mean,
Eve has slipped between the gates while he's talking to the guards, and she's just walked straight into the mausoleum and started making her way down the stairs.
what kind of people does the guild hire these days?
I would just slip by and follow her.
We just want the assurance that if we start fighting and keep one level of enemies occupied, others don't escape that we don't even know about.
Right.
As they
Yeah,
appear
sure.
to be quite organized.
Yeah, sure. We
Just
can
as
keep
a
an eye out.
precaution. Thank you so much.
Think your friends left you though.
They do that a lot.
and just goes back to his walk around the perimeter, whatever the word, kind of thing.
I'm gonna walk in because they all left me without a word.
Again,
Alright.
And I'm going to, and when I
Nice.
go in, I'm going to slam the door.
Like close?
Yeah, I'm gonna slam it closed and say, we're all locked in.
It just
Oh, no.
bounces back away. Open. Like clink. Boonk.
Worth a shot.
Actually, make me a deck save to see if you get whacked by it as you slam it. Try to slam it. Close. As it bounces back.
Yeah, that's fair.
You take like 1 point of bludgeoning damage as it's just fucking
Oh, yeah,
the door
I'm
just
all
smacks
for-
you in the face.
I'm all for that. Yep.
Just a
The
point.
consequences of my actions.
Bonk! Ah! Abby, you just kind of see Quarry slam the door and then it retaliates.
Doors.
retaliate.
I mean, yeah. Alright, so back down into the mausoleum. I suppose Oshi is gonna be following?
I would not be first. As then people could leave me behind.
They could still leave you behind if you're last.
I would assume
No, I'm gonna be
Oshi's
in the-
following.
I'm gonna be in the middle. Because I
I
don't
would-
trust any of them.
I would assume Oshi would be really close to E. I think he actually fell asleep, so.
Oh, I see.
Okay. The
It's a kind of cloak of elvenkind kind of deal.
yeah,
Modified
no, I
cloak
just
of Elven
the way it's coded, I guess it's applying advantage to perception.
I might have coded it
trying-
wrong.
Just letting you know. It's fine.
I'm
I'll
a-
just roll it without
I'm gonna
advantage.
tweak it.
It's one of them.
Alright!
21.
So, when you hear Quarry mention that, as you look around, you spot a woman in tattered clothings, with bloody tears just like looking at you and where is he? And she's like sobbing, like looking at you, looking miserable.
How far away? Like off in a
About-
corner somewhere, or like next to me, or
She appears about here, kind of next to the wall a little bit. Right
sorry, can you hear again? I didn't see the ping.
Boom.
Okay.
Next to that wall, a little bit like behind the wall, but you can like still see her and her.
Maybe like 10, 15 feet away, perhaps, something like that.
Yeah.
Around the corner, or at the corner. Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Close to where Eve is standing at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
She stands there looking at you for a moment, and then she drifts out of sight. You hear her sobbing still a little bit. It echoes.
I am like staring holes through Quarry right now. Like I see that, and then she like wanders off or disappears or operates into ghosty ghostness, and I just like turn sharply at Hori and just like, if looks could cause damage, you would be rolling death saves. Like they're just like, you
She
I
madman.
cannot believe you gave this back to me. No, like you
I thought I was just hallucinating.
made enough inference or enough like to having now seen it. I'm like, oh,
But having looked at inspected dependent, she looks like the woman independent.
Mm.
I'm just gonna say to Abigail, with the look on her face, so you met my friend.
I did.
I thought I was just hallucinating from the obsidian.
About when you get there, Eve, you start smelling iron. The smell of iron hits your nose. You don't really know from which direction it's coming, but you start smelling iron.
It's blood ahead, or someone has an unhealthy obsession with stealing fencing.
I'm gonna head over here, just investigate the way I saw them.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any traces of frozen off appendages from Prowl's little blast?
No, but you still see residual water on the ground.
Alright. I'm going to move where I saw the bandit now.
Well,
First saw them.
cultist.
Cultist, bandit, Tomb Raider,
Okay.
Lara Croft.
With your dark vision, you're able to see that there's a bunch of sarcophagus in that area.
Alright. I'm gonna head down. Alone.
As you make your way towards that area, Eve, the smell gets stronger.
Okay.
And you, Quarry, start to smell the scent of iron. Alright, so whenever you enter that room, you see a lot of blood in that room. Like an insane amount of blood. Just splattered over the floor and the wall. Something really gruesome happened there. So you just kind of step in, probably step in a little bit of it, and it's like the room's almost like painted red.
Like Carrie on prom night amount of blood, or like Shining
It
elevator
sounds like-
amount of blood?
Saw amount. I'd say it's more of a saw amount of blood.
Okay.
All right.
It's very gruesome.
Eve will just reach down and hike up her skirts a little bit, and she'll say, "Careful, wet floor ahead." To those behind her.
I will say
gonna-
you will have to be careful because it's pretty slippery.
Going to walk very careful.
So
I'm
as
going
not
to-
slip. Mm-hmm.
Investigate the room I'm in and just say, I'm over here!
And your voice echoes pretty loudly around you.
If I
As you
hear
are
that, I'm
in a
gonna-
mausoleum.
If I hear that, I'm gonna go, here, 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 here. I might have to when I get there.
Okay, so what are you investigating?
Just the general room to see if there's anything interesting or
Okay.
hidden. 12.
Yeah, so since you get a... did it add the +1?
It did not, so a 13.
Okay, so 13, you look at the 13, you don't really notice anything at first, but, you're gonna see that some of the sarcophagus's lids seem ajar, and, you see there's a dark liquid on some of the blades, on this table over here. It's, like, stained.
I'm going to pull out a vial, kind of scrape some of the liquid in there, and put a stopper on it.
Okay.
And are these like dissecting blades or limb removing blades or just swords?
Some of them are dissecting or name removing blades, but you also spot a couple weirdly shaped daggers and a scimitar or two.
Hey guys, weapons in here! And I'm gonna take the dissecting tools before they go over and just keep them.
Okay,
'Cause you never know when you need those.
alright. You get a bloody set of dissecting tools.
The
I've
room
always
that
wanted them.
like saw amounts of blood and are those bookshelves and desk that's on the map in that room, and they're just completely soaked and splashed and splattered in blood, or is it that just the map?
Some parts of them are, for some odd reason, it's mainly the walls and the floor. It appears that somehow, most of the bookshelves were, unharmed.
Oh.
Okay, can we investigate like what kind of books are on them and see? Like,
Yeah.
You
Sure,
wouldn't
can.
expect a librarian here, so I'm kind of curious what research materials or what's on the shelves here.
It's not, like, full of books. It's, like, sporadic. It's, like, full of books. There's, like, a couple
That would
tomes
make
here
sense.
and there.
Just kind of, what all
Spider
on
webs,
there.
dust. So, yeah. Okay.
Exactly 96% of the books have gone missing before we came in there.
Totes. Most of the books you see there are about ways to like prepare a body for its last voyage, kind of deal, and how to like, graphic kind of stuff, what to do with a body. And then hidden amongst that, you just find a small little book that is like leather cover with a cord around it, like tight. Kind of looks like a journal of some sort. Hidden amongst these books. There's way less dust on that one compared to the other ones.
I'll
it's a little bit
toss
bloody.
it in my backpack for now.
There's a little bit of blood on it.
I'm going to
use my cloak as like a towel to try to dry the blood off of it, and then
sure.
Backpack it for later.
Alright.
I'm gonna take one of the daggers also, and then I'm gonna head into the other room.
Alright, you get a sacrificial
never...
dagger. Victoria, when you go into that room,
I'm gonna head there too.
You find the very mutilated body of the guard you had warned earlier.
I wasn't there to see the guard. I was passed out, so...
Oh, okay, so you find the mutilated body of a guard. Quarry, once you step in there, you would notice him as the one Abigail tried to warn about that.
Hey, Abigail!
What?
God number 7's here!
Oh yeah, how's he doing?
You should ask him.
I don't think he's going to make it.
I mean, eyeballs missing.
Round the corner and just like...
He's missing bits and pieces. I don't think he's doing that great.
I'm not exactly sure what they would need those spots for, but I'm gonna step over the body and kind of like take a look at the desk and his bookshelf.
Mm-hmm. They look like the ones. Sure.
I'll assist, so give you advantage. Well, I asked Abigail, anything in the other room with the bookcases?
22.
A whole big mess. I
Plus
mean,
2.
Eve saw it. Blood splashed all
didn't.
everywhere.
I haven't looked in there yet.
No, I said Eve saw it.
Okay, so you look at it, it looks like well, no, you haven't done that. Yeah, you have been. It looks like one of the bookcases in the other room, but when you look at the floor, you see some of you see scratch marks on the stone.
Like we have a secret door.
There's a burnt out candle on the table. It's a black candle. Ooh, spooky.
How many books are on this shelf?
That one seems to be almost filled. But it's a cluster of like ruined books and some more books on how to take care of the deads and what to some nonsense books like what to do if you have a ghost infestation.
Oh, I'll take that one.
All right. And the theory of everything.
I'm gonna
Theory
give
of
it to
everything
Abigail.
is there?
Yep. Theory of everything.
I'm gonna give Abigail.
Volume 42.
I'm gonna give Abigail the book on ghosts, and I said, "My gift to you."
It's actually a revamped edition of the theory of everything.
I am going to remove the theory of everything from the shelf.
As you go to remove it, you see that it only moves out a little bit, and then you hear a click, and then slowly the shelf starts moving.
As always, the answers can be found in the most appropriate places.
Alright, so it slowly, the bookshelf slowly slides out of the way and goes back to its original place over here. And then a room is revealed to you all, packed with goods and occult things, such as what would occult things? There's a gnarly statue of representation of darkness, which is basically is like eldritch form. It's like a maw with plenty of eyes and like tendrils swiping them out. Pretty grotesque for your taste, Eve.
Before
And like there's
everyone,
like gold around it, like offerings.
What's it made out of?
Wanna investigate that for me?
Yes.
before anyone goes any further, let me just clean everyone up, and I just shape water the blood off of everyone.
23.
It's made out of obsidian. You don't know what strength it took to shape it that way, but it's a very detailed like sculpture. Like you've never seen that form of darkness, but you'd assume it's pretty close to the real deal.
Okay, so you said there's like other supplies and stuff in here. Are there like any blankets or like old cloaks or anything?
They wouldn't be close to what you can now assume is an altar. They would be like sprawled about the room, like a bunch of a little bit of sleeping bags.
Right.
A couple boxes.
Anyone that tries to enter this room while she's gathering up these materials, she's just going to stick one finger out them, glare at them, and shake her head.
You also see on the left of you a staircase leading downwards into the belly of the earth.
So I'm going to collect up all of these cloth pieces and just throw them and pile them up on top of that obsidian statue, so no one is tempted to go over and fuck with it.
So you're throwing like sleeping bags and cloaks and shit over it?
Yeah. Yeah, just covering it up.
Ignoring the gold all around it?
Oh, I'm
yes,
gonna take the gold.
absolutely.
I'm gonna take the gold.
You,
If I get in there.
Victoria is trying to keep you from entering, so if you want to force your way through, you both will have to roll me opposite strength checks.
If you
She's
go
gonna have
anywhere
to move.
near that altar, she is going to draw her blade and shake her head at you.
Well, I'm not gonna force my way in. She's gonna move eventually. And I don't have to move over there to get things. I have the power
Mind you all,
of Mage
there
Hand.
is an altar to darkness in the corner of the room. I have very courteously covered it and its belongings up. Should anyone take anything from it, they will not leave this place alive as so long as I draw breath.
And why should we not take the gold?
Well, I don't want you spreading curse everywhere you go by taking offerings meant for the Dark Lord. You're a spellcaster. Use some intelligence. She's going to start marching down the stairs.
Actually, as you go down the stairs, you just hit against a wall, an invisible wall. Like you go to step on the first step. Yeah, sorry.
Wall of course.
And you just like bonk. You're stopped right in your tracks.
Full on miming it up.
I'm gonna point and laugh. Ha ha.
Okay, Quarry laughs at you.
That is very unpleasant. Well, I suppose we are left to this level until we get one of those cultists. We need to leave at least one alive to tell us how to open this door.
I think I know how to get into that. How heavy is that statue exactly?
You don't know. There's no telling how heavy obsidian can really be.
Are you suggesting touching and moving and manipulating obsidian?
No, I
Because of
was
that
going
reason.
to. I was going to mage hand and throw it through it. See if it'd break the invisible wall.
You didn't see it, but Eve would know that it's a pretty damn big statue.
It's far too large.
Well, seemed like a good idea. They say nothing can break obsidian, so
I suppose, though, there may be something that will work.
we have the spike in the other room.
She will step aside after pulling up like the cloth and stuff to reveal a small little part of the altar. You can always make an offering.
I'd prefer to keep my soul.
As you teased Darkness about it yesterday night.
Saying I already sold my soul artistically speaking.
Well, technically speaking, making an offering is not a pledge. It is a show of respect, Jimmer.
So if I take things from the altar, I shall disrespect darkness.
Correct.
And why are you encouraging me not to do that then?
Not to disrespect darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Think. But
Wouldn't
just
he
a
benefit?
moment.
Would he not benefit by my research?
I think he would benefit more by having an excuse to give you the Gonasipa herpelatitis.
Why, that's what my research is exactly on.
Well, then, by all means.
Yeah,
She's
I'm not
still
gonna
holding
do
her.
it.
Yeah, she's still holding her sword in her hand. So
I'm not gonna.
Eve is not going to make an offering.
I'm gonna poke the invisible wall with my arcane focus.
Oh, okay, you poke the wall of force.
Okay, it's a wall of force. Cool.
You just poke bonk against something invisible. Yeah.
Abigail,
Alright.
Bunny.
do you have that? Do you have that item?
What? Which item?
The one from the sarcophagus with the Silverblood's portrait.
Oh yeah. I got it. Yeah.
Did you try walking through the wall?
Haha, very funny. I will take the pendant and lead fist first at the wall with just the pendant. So that way I don't face plant into the wall like she did and look silly.
Stupid.
You hit the wall of force with your fist.
Nope. Boonk. Into the... Mm-mm. Not a bad thought, though.
Hey, Prowl, why don't you give it a shot? Let's see if planar creatures can cross through. As it is
I'm gonna
considered a
tell-
fae.
I don't know how these work.
I'm just trying things at this point and having fun with it.
I think it would still bonk into
Okay.
the because it's
And then
still
I'm gonna go,
like material.
aww.
You made
Yeah.
your poor bird faceplant into the wall. Why would
gonna
you do
pat him.
that?
The same reason people do anything with pets. It's funny.
Mm,
And then I'm gonna give him a snack.
bitter.
One of those guys' fingers. No, I'm kidding.
Shall we call it here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty. I was noting stuff down. Sorry. I think that's a pretty good spot to stop. So
Yeah.
thank you all for coming by to the shenanigans of tonight.
Yeah.
And we will see you next week with more possible shenanigans. Take care.